What's going on, guys? This is Trunks. I am your DM for Dicey Fate. Don't forget to go check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Dicey Fate Podcast, YouTube as well as Dicey Fate, and on Discord. What's going on, everybody? This is Trunks, and we are here with Dicey Fate, and we are doing another episode of Outside of Fate. Before we get started, I have a couple of announcements and everything like that. We will... Let's see, what was it? Like I said, don't forget to check me out. I'm just gonna say that on Crimson Moon Gaming. That's where we also play the other Tall Tales part of Dicey Fate's whole, family company, whatever this is. But don't forget to check out Son of Fortune Gaming over on Twitch as well and on Facebook. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube at Dicey Fate and Crimson Moon Gaming. And I think that's all we have at the moment. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Say any kind of just lovely intros, anything?
No.
Nope. I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into this. So we are going to have some fun today because, we got to have some kind of fun before we get into breaking down episodes and all the sadness that comes with these.
Spoilers.
But I want to do a thing called NPC Face-Off. We are going to roll a dice, and the loser of this dice roll will have to pick two NPCs, and we're going to have them throw down against each other. We're going to talk about it, see who we think would win, and at the end of it, we'll take a vote, see who we think wins, and we'll go on from there. So,
we're rolling a d20.
yes, we are rolling a d20.
Is your luck holding?
It's not a 1.
I got a 9.
6.
7.
I'm winning.
Did you get an 8?
I got an 8. Like, no shit, I got an 8.
So we got 6, 7, 8, 9.
So we got a 6?
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
I got 7, 8, 9. Alright, so
But
Jacob.
why did 7, 8, 9?
He was hungry. He was a
Because
grown
you
boy.
need 3 square meals a day.
Alright, so since Jacob lost this one, you're our first victim, or whichever way you want to call it. But give us 2 NPCs, and we like that Dicey Fate, the podcast, have run into.
Charles and Jamfear.
Charles versus Jamfear. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going to make my statement now. Jamfear wins.
Well, yeah, Charles just dies at everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't count Charles out yet.
No. I'm just saying. Jamfear has goat, so Charles is probably lost anyway.
I mean...
Because what was Charles?
Charles was a spy.
Okay.
He was straight up a spy. He was the NPC, or he was one of the monsters in the monster manual. He's the spy.
Okay.
He's not a rogue in there because he didn't have any character levels. He was legit just.
And to be fair, depending on whether Jamfear's been doing anything in the arena, Jamfear probably doesn't have any character levels yet.
That's true, but Jamfear has goat.
Well, I'm not arguing that.
And a goat can kill a person.
Crossbow can
that
kill a
goat.
person too.
That's true.
I mean,
Who's quicker on the draw?
Goat.
now, I think, me myself, I'm going to be on the side of Charles in this one because Charles does have the crossbow.
Yes, but is he proficient with the crossbow?
He is,
Okay.
but at the same time, the worst part about it is I'm pretty sure Goat has more hit points than him.
Probably.
And Goat, like, getting a headbutt in is probably going to hurt like hell.
Oh yeah, even if Goat misses and catches him in the leg or something, it's still gonna be enough to knock him to the ground, and he's gonna be able to trample him then.
Yeah, no, and now the thing is though, but with Goat being there and stuff like that, Janfear, the other hand, I think with that, Janfear himself would lose. I honestly think Janfear himself would lose to Charles.
It's a possibility on that. If you're taking Janfear without Goat, then it is entirely a possibility. But the thing with that is, would Charles kill a kid?
Well, the real winner in all this is Rathman because he's friends with both of them.
This is true.
There would be no fighting.
That's definitely
Because Rathman has commanded his friends before. He would not be afraid of doing it again.
This is true.
But
we
see-
know this.
But see, but we're just talking the two characters. Like in a fight, if we're going Charles versus Janfear,
Janfear did survive the destruction of Aston, though.
And
right, this is true.
what disfigured him in the first place?
Right.
The goblins. It's always goblins.
Goddamn goblins.
DM.
Hey, you helped me with that one. That's on you.
Yes,
That's-
but it's also you and goblins. Just
This is true. It is you and goblins.
goblins are awesome.
yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to play a goblin at some point. They'll die horribly. You know that. But it would be funny.
So,
The goblin dying at goblins.
oh, that'd be horrible. So now the question is, well, I mean, I'm guessing this is.
Well, you didn't answer the question. Would Charles try to kill a kid? Like a child? Not a teenager, but a child.
Honestly, probably not. Because, Charles he is a killer,
Right.
but he
But
does have a.
defenseless child is what I'm saying.
Right. Now I think he'd probably knock Janfear out.
So, Janfear has a chance. If
Yeah,
Janfear can get him in
I
the
don't
nuts
think
or
either
something.
one would really fight.
Not
Yeah.
well. No. Not at that time. Not well.
I think, but in a fight, I'm giving my money to Charles on this one.
Okay.
Because Janfear's not that old either.
This is true.
When you come down to it, there's battle experience.
That's true. Well, how is Charles in a fist fight, though?
Well, he didn't fare well against the shambling mound.
I mean, you just say Rathman.
This is true on both points. But you have to look at it as Janfear is small. He's got to hit him first.
Right.
Yeah.
And technically, Janfear can run.
And we know Janfear's strong. He picked up
Strong
Shun.
like goat.
I mean, he picked up Shun and threw him over Gold's shoulders, and took off. So
It's whoever lands the first blow, really, at that point. Because Janfear is strong, and Charles won't kill a kid.
Luck of the draw.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, my vote on this one is Charles.
I'm still going to say Janfear because of Charles' moral code.
And he has Goat. I forgot. Goat is the
well,
biggest factor.
We were talking about just the two of them without Goat. But if you add Goat, then definitely Janfear.
I'm still give it to Charles.
Yeah. I'm still going to disagree with you.
I mean, and that's fine. That's where this comes in.
Right?
What about you two?
I think they don't fight.
You gotta pick a winner.
You're
No,
the
I'm
one-
saying I don't think they would.
You're the one who set this fight up.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't say fight. He said pick two NPCs.
I said pick two NPCs to fight.
For me, it's
You gotta remember,
probably
my perception's low.
for me it would be a situational, like is Charles getting a drop with the crossbow at a distance? You know, maybe even if he's not aiming to kill, you know, shooting a leg to pretty much take him out of the fight, or
Right.
is Janfear, you know, getting the drop on him?
So you're the one who wanted to set the fight up. So how's this fight? Are they squaring off face to face, or?
Honestly, I would say it's straight up squaring off face to face.
Janfear's scrappy. That's my vote.
I would say that whoever gets the first hit in, whoever lands the first strike would win. So,
but we do know, with him being a spy, that means he's more dexterous than a little kid too.
Not necessarily. Little kids are pretty.
Have you tried to grab a little kid running past you? It can be pretty difficult.
But yeah, so
I think it's 3 against 1.
yeah,
you gotta go.
I'd go Janfear.
Cool. So but that one votes in. Winner of that fight would be Janfear and Goat. I mean, and
Just
listen,
Janfear.
nah, it would have to be Janfear and Goat because I'm sorry, I still don't think Janfear by himself would be able just to beat because just hit points alone. What's the name has Charles has like 30 something hit points.
Yeah, and
Janfear maybe has 10. Because we do know he's stronger than a regular everyday commoner. Which we know that anyway, because he's part of Raffin's family. That there's no such thing as commoners in that family.
Strong like bull.
How did his parents die?
They were old. No armor, overwhelming numbers. So,
I mean, now even in armor, overwhelming numbers damn near took us out.
right.
It's true.
And, not seeing it coming, helps too.
We saw
It
the
didn't
goblins
help
coming.
really.
So yeah, our first NPC face-off goes with the winner being Janfear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So that was
Enlightening.
very much. So we're gonna go on to another little thing I wanted to try out because
Are we doing more than that, or are we just doing the one?
I was just gonna do one, and that way we still have unless we want to do another one. All right, yeah, let's do another one. Let's do another round. We just roll another die.
I abstain.
I would say, yeah, you already got yours out the way on this one.
I am
Now that you
not-
say that, I'm going to roll.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna get to pick.
I got
Nat 20.
I got a 10.
I got 13.
7.
All right.
I rolled the same. Different dice.
So, Tim. Let's see. Pick some NPCs that we're gonna throw down with this one.
We've already seen it. But Oram and Shun.
I mean, we have already seen that fight.
Well, we just saw a 1-inch punch is all we saw.
True. It wasn't a real fight.
All right, so now the question is, are we using Oram and Shun with Dairos? Or Dairos not in this fight?
I think it's just a worm and Shun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with Dairos, Shun is outclassed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And is it Shun pre-Magitech or post?
Say post.
Yeah, post.
Because we don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah. We don't know what other
He's off
levels
on a
he's
training
gained
montage.
yet.
Hyperbaric chamber.
So, no Magitech leg.
Oh, so Post was with the Magitech leg.
We're saying
Yeah.
post?
Pre is
Oh, okay.
without.
So we're saying post Magitech leg.
Yep.
I mean, that's actually a good one. The thing is, though, no one knows. Like, the thing is, though, the only one who knows anything about what Magitech stuff he has
Is you.
is me.
Uh-huh.
So the last one we knew about was the one that didn't fit him well.
Right.
So
So we'd have to go with that Magitech leg versus,
which kind of handicaps him.
yeah.
Or we're fishing for information.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Eventually, we'll have to run across him again. I hope,
No, we'll have to go to another continent as far as we know for that.
as far as we know.
On purpose now.
I mean, you already have reasons to head, across the sea anyway.
Yeah. Well, we promised to
You have two reasons.
Well,
Kinda.
we have
we'll
one
get,
and a half.
We'll get into that when we get into episodes.
Yeah.
Because we haven't technically agreed on one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I like how Jacob was like, wait a minute. And all of a sudden,
I didn't realize I don't know the map as well as you guys do, so I didn't. I forgot that was a different continent.
I didn't know until he said it.
And then the light suddenly.
No, the light's still off. I'm talking about a physical light in the room. Thank you.
I mean, some days. But anyway, so if we're going, the legs messed up. Orem still has both his legs and his arms.
As far as we
know, which
maybe he lost them.
it's a possibility.
But we're going with the Orem that the last you guys saw versus the Shin the last you guys saw.
Yeah, we may have to revisit this one later.
Yeah, I mean, we might, because right now I'm thinking Orem with the Eskrima and just coming in just with a barrage of just attacks.
And even if it's not out to kill, all he has to do is take out the leg.
Yeah.
And then Shun can't do anything.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait until we find Shun again and see what...
But, so this is
I would say for right now, probably most of us would go with Orem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
With the handicap.
with the handicap right now,
Yeah.
Orem completely just dominates this fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Hashtag don't monk shit.
Very much hashtag dope monk shit. And then if we just throw Dairos in just for the hell of it, that's just like,
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
overkill.
Yeah.
Because Orem alone can decimate, Like, we've seen him in action. We've seen what he did to goblins, and
Yeah.
Well, so him and Dairos did to goblins. Because Dairos froze some and ate the others.
Yeah, she only ate one.
Was there only one?
yeah, I was only one.
Alright.
We got the ears off the others,
Oh, yeah.
which was kind of gross, but, whatever.
Hey, it was money.
Money's money.
This is true.
We needed operating funds.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We didn't just find loot chests that the DM had for us that we didn't know were for us and told people to put them back either.
again, we'll get in that here in a little bit. So, resounding, just
Orem wins.
Orem wins this
Yeah.
fight.
With everything we know right now, Orem wins.
So yeah, with that out the way, I've decided to do one other little game because I just think this is fun and just kind of just fuck around with my players some. Because that's what I always like to do. I'm gonna do a thing called DM one truth, two lies and a truth. Pretty much, I'm going to tell these guys two lies, one truth about some of the stuff in the world. They're going to have to sit down and try. They're going to have to talk amongst themselves and figure out unanimously which one is the truth. If they get it right, I'll let them know about it. If they get it wrong,
we get to know it was wrong.
They just get to know it's wrong, and we go on with the game. Like I said, we'll do a couple rounds of this just to have fun. Then we will get into discussions about the episodes. So, first one's up. One of them is Connor is secretly a prince of another country. 2, Nova is somewhere inside Missouri Manor.
What manor?
Is it Missouri? No. Wrong place. It's Denai Manor. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Missouri is the other Dicey Fate.
I had heard that.
Missouri Manor
before,
is another
not for this.
Denai Manor. And I'm trying to think of a good one for number 3.
This is a lie, guys.
Are you sure?
No.
Nova is actually dead, and I just never told you guys the whole time.
That's
I feel like
entirely
that's the truth.
possible.
Yeah.
Because we've been through, if not all, most of the of Harper's estate.
Well, no, we haven't even.
I'll let you guys talk amongst yourself on this one as I take a drink.
We've been through most of the estate, haven't we?
I think there were places we couldn't get to.
And
I thought we'd gone into them after
we didn't go. There was some place we missed downstairs.
Was
I
there?
think.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically we haven't left yet.
Well, we haven't. Yeah, we technically hadn't left yet, but hang on.
and who's to say there isn't some kind of hidden door that we haven't found yet?
Right.
Or if she's even in her original form.
This is true. Or, well, it may not be her original form, but the form we know.
Yeah. She could be one of the things in the tube down there and we don't know it.
That's true. It's entirely true.
Harper was a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
I find the possibility of her being there more believable than Connor being a secret prince, but I also wouldn't rule that one out.
Well, that's true, but what are the odds of us having 2 secret princes?
Also, what are the odds the DM forgot to tell us something?
The odds on that are pretty good.
Sorry, DM.
Untaken.
My vote's kind of on number 3. But that's just me.
Just because of the amount of games I've played with him, mine is not on number 3 because he does like to pull this shit out of his ass. Where this character that you think is dead, you haven't seen them in so long, they just pop back up.
Yeah.
That's just because of the amount of games I've played. If you don't actually see them dead, they're not dead. That's just the. So I'm.
Out of the abominations, there was one female that was crying, asking us to save her, and then she slammed into the glass, if I remember.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean she has to be an abomination either. She could just be stuck in a room if she's there.
She could be the suit of armor.
I don't think.
Or was
that's
that
the case.
more? Yeah.
Because
I think. Did we see anything
she's really
inside of
alpha.
that suit of armor?
oh Lord, that's a possibility. But at the same
which one?
time,
0 or
1.
X or 1. That's Whatever the other suit of armor was. Did we see anything inside of it? Or
The
was
one, the one that's looking for the sword.
Yeah,
No.
Hey, we found it.
we did.
No, you didn't see anything in it.
Looked like an empty shell.
Y'all couldn't see in it. It was completely already put together, and
So we need to ask it to take its helmet off.
if it can.
Well, if it can't, then it's obviously there's nothing in there. It's Alphonse.
I mean,
No, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Harper to do something like that.
That's
but
true.
with as much destruction as there was from that town, though, it's entirely likely she could have just been in some rubble that
That's true too.
we didn't
yeah.
go through.
That is also true.
Because I didn't go all the way up to my parents' house. I just saw everything around the outside.
Yeah.
Because we know we found Sprig
And Gil.
and Gil.
And Sprig died at my parents' house.
Oh, but it's almost one of those. I wish we could ask Luke, like, hey, that night, when was the last time you saw Nova? How close were you two when you got stabbed?
I would have figured they would have been close together, but
I mean, it's a possibility, unless he's told her to run.
well, that's true.
But if they were together, that means there's a possibility of right after he got stabbed, she got taken.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, and what's a blind girl gonna do in a fight?
Depends.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was more of the.
Yeah. No, I know.
But yeah, especially in a situation like that where she could have easily been surrounded or picked up by the frickin' wyvern.
This is true.
I don't know. I still think she's dead somewhere. But that's just also me being hopeful and that she wasn't
It wasn't.
abominated.
Yeah, yeah, but I wouldn't put that past him.
I know, but
But she could just be here normal.
Rathbun is still part of me, so I'm still the eternal optimist on this, and she's just dead.
That's sad that that's your optimistic.
Well, it's
point.
either that or she was abominated.
Well, unless she's in one of the other rooms that we haven't.
'Cause I think
Or, here, we solved this problem. Connor's secretly a prince, and then neither one of those are true. She's alive and well out in the world.
well, alive anyway.
She's well.
I don't see him being a prince though.
No.
No.
He was too good at pickpocketing and everything to be...
He wasn't sheltered. Like
No.
you would assume a prince would. Like we know that a prince is.
Well,
Yeah.
some of that was against his will.
This is true. Some of that was against his will, but he was still pretty sheltered
Yes.
otherwise.
We're well aware.
So we're pretty much in agreement that Connor, the one about Connor, is a lie.
Pretty
Yes.
sure, yeah.
So we have to decide: is Nova somewhere in the manor, or is she dead?
I'm still hopeful for her best possible outcome out of that.
I mean,
Because I thought we checked all the rooms upstairs.
yeah, but I think there was stuff we couldn't get downstairs, and we left in a hurry because
The dogs.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Oh, and
downstairs,
Yeah.
where with the abominations.
Well, there are rooms on the downstairs floor that y'all didn't get to because y'all ran upstairs because of the dogs.
Yeah.
There are still a couple rooms downstairs that y'all didn't get to.
She could be down there sipping tea for all we freaking know.
It's a possibility.
Harper wasn't the crazy one, I was.
Oh, that would be. Can you imagine Luke's reaction to that? All the progress that has been made with him out the window.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And he would-
channel your hatred.
Oh my God, he would just slaughter her.
Use the hatred. Strike him down.
So the odds are between she was dead, possibly in Aston, and we just didn't see her, which is a very distinct possibility because we didn't spend a whole lot of time before we
Right, we didn't have much
went
time.
looking for the
We looked
other
for
survivors.
We looked for survivors.
Or she's in one of a handful of rooms we haven't been in.
Or one of the abominations.
Yeah, or she was abominated.
I love how Jacob's just like,
I'm still trying to avoid the abomination route. Because that's not good for anybody.
No.
Because if she was abominated, Luke is still going to be
Pissy.
a firework.
Well, except we wouldn't.
No, he might kill her, but not... It would be a mercy killing at that point.
Yeah. And is it one of those he would actually be able to tell that it was her? Or is this going to be just some out of game knowledge that we get?
I still think she's dead.
See, I want to be optimistic, but on the opposite end of the spectrum from you. That
Yeah,
she's
I want her to be alive,
there at the house.
but I don't... that's not necessarily the...
I feel like the living things were upstairs. And the non-living things have all been down.
No, those are alive down there.
No. I'm talking like main floor, where the dragons aren't technically alive or dead.
Yeah, but they were on both...
Yeah.
Well, they were on all 3 floors.
Well, that's only because they're huge.
No, they were in the basement. There was the 2 in the basement.
Oh, that's right. The dragon was her bed frame too.
And and the one
I
that was
forgot
her
about
bed frame.
that. I
it's
forgot
like
about
that throws that idea out the window.
Well, no, not technically, because the dragons were neither alive nor dead. They were neither living nor dead.
No, they're alive.
No, they're very much alive.
They're alive. We know they're alive.
Yep. Because they were talking to us.
Well, they were...
You're talking through their eyes.
Threatening to kill us, for the most part.
Only one so far.
Oh, well, only one that we could take their word that they were going to kill us.
Yep.
This is true.
The one whose eyes never left the yes person.
Yeah.
I still think there's just too much destruction in Aston we didn't go through. I mean, the whole town was destroyed.
Yeah, we have to pick one, though.
I know.
You gotta pick one.
Yeah, it's like the realist in me. Yeah, she's dead. The optimist. No, she's somewhere in the house.
So which one, regardless of the fact, what we can do from this, if we say the truth is that she's in the house, we'll either know she's in the house or that that's a lie and she may be dead. If we pick the she's dead and that's a lie, then we know she's alive, but she may be in the house, she may not be. And it all may be crashing down because Connor may be a prince.
Some street rat stuff.
Yeah.
What say you, Tim?
I'm gonna go with number 2.
All right.
So that's what we're saying. She's in the manor.
Actually, that's a lie.
Okay, so she's either dead or
Alive somewhere.
Yeah.
so. We're hoping Connor's a prince.
I'll have to get back to Crystal Dale to find out.
We
Connor,
get there.
you're secretly a prince.
We get there. What kingdom are you from? What are you? What?
What the hell are you talking
What
about?
kingdom
Are you from?
I cast command. Answer.
That was actually, I could just see the man, I wish we had cameras actually recording sometimes because the faces you guys were just like, like, oh, I don't want this to be true. I don't want this one to be true either, though. But
Well, the good thing is we know she's not an abomination.
Yep.
this is true.
So we don't have to worry about Luke flying off the deep end down there.
Yeah.
At least not for that reason.
I love it's like, not for that.
He wants his sword. I want to fight him. Bring me his sword. What?
Like, why? Why, Luke?
Fight at our full power.
Yeah, he's not Goku. Luke is very much kill it. Kill it now. Kill it while it's in there.
If only we knew how. Then this
We
would be a
might be
whole
able
lot
to
easier.
find something out.
Well, the ones that aren't 100%.
No, that one was 100.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we could at least cut down the number.
The number of
Maybe. Just because they're not at 100% doesn't mean we can easily kill them.
But doesn't mean they'll survive outside of that too before they're 100%.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
We break the glass, they die. Problem solved.
We still don't know what'll happen when we touch the book.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of that. Set up the tent.
Because
Drop the tent on top of the book.
I would have a feeling that the information of how to get rid of the stuff in the tubes is probably in the book.
Right.
Or we just bring Zohar and ask him if he knows. Well, can he leave the house?
We don't know. We haven't ever actually asked that.
We asked if he wanted to, and he said no.
he didn't want to.
Yeah, but doesn't want to doesn't mean he can't.
Right. It wasn't necessarily that he doesn't want to. It was, why would I?
Yeah.
He is the house.
It's a possibility.
We've already seen one building manifest a person.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Still don't like that shop.
I
right.
love that shop.
Of
So,
course you guys do.
all right, so round 2 of this. Lovely.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Round 2. I'm trying to, because there's a couple I had and I just like completely forgot them now.
Okay, next time we do this, write them down.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Because this is actually kind of fun. I like this because
Because it puts the pressure on us and not you.
this is true.
We're just creating lore for him, guys.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, what was
They're
it?
all lies until he figures, which one of them are responses he likes.
Right.
Yeah. Do we have an option D? None of the above?
Because
None
now
of it
that
is
we
true.
said Connor's definitely not a prince. Connor's now going to be prince.
It's a possibility. But that means Nova's alive, so... So, one of those is a truth. So she's either dead or he's a prince.
Round 2.
It's true. All right, I got one. Vox isn't real at all. He's just some weird figment of whatever's out in Astral C's imagination. The astral elves are not as bad as people believe they are. And what was the other one? And there is no wild mange out there.
Well, which one will we would hope is that there is no wild mange.
But we know that was a lie.
Pretty sure that
Or
was a lie.
do we?
I mean,
Maybe somebody's killed it. Well, Zohar is one of the astral elves, isn't he?
No.
Oh, that's right. He was the other faction or whatever, wasn't he?
no.
No, he's a...
Zahar just looks like Zahar. No, I just said what Zahar looks like. He has the glowing center
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an axiomite. Yeah.
So I would kind of like for the second one to be true.
Raftman can have more friends. We can have more exhibits in our menagerie.
Yeah, a few astral elves.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that one. So that means I can go outside.
Right? Well, maybe.
Why is that your positive outlook on this?
I can go out the astral sea.
Well, I mean, not technically.
There's other bad stuff out there other than just the elves.
That was what I was going with. There was that. Was it a giant goldfish-looking thing?
Something like that.
No, all he felt was a tendril.
I thought he saw something though.
No, he never. Did you look out?
If I remember correctly,
he
I stuck
did.
my head out.
He did.
he
There
did.
was a giant fish.
Yeah.
It wasn't a goldfish.
Oh, okay.
It was an astral carp.
You're not the Crocodile Dundee, all right?
Dynamite
You
fish.
don't have to go touch it.
Oh, that's what we need. I just had an idea. We need an astral. We need a fantasy version of Steve Irwin.
Yep. He's an astral elf.
We're already working on one.
Hey, that's a giant koi in the astral sea.
I'm gonna go touch
I'm
it.
gonna touch it with a stick.
No,
crikey.
Alec here wouldn't touch it with a stick. He'd go, hey, 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 what are you? Hey, hey.
That's an aboleth. One bite and I'm dead.
I'm gonna touch it.
I'm gonna ride it.
Yeah.
I could see Alec here doing that.
See, my preference would be that Vox was just some figment from the astral sea.
Yeah.
And that somebody's not gonna come visit the house.
No,
But
but
they-
somebody was already at the house knocking on the door.
Yeah. That's why I would say that no. On the Vox one, that's probably not, unless we all hallucinated the knocking on the door, or the astral sea itself via another figment knocked on the door at the precise time.
Prestidigitation or thaumaturgy.
I mean,
We're in a sea of magic, man.
Yeah.
So we're pretty sure it's not 3.
fairly sure.
Wild mange exists.
Well, if for no other reason than what you've stated.
Yeah.
So we're between... Odds are between 1 and 2. Maybe it was just the Astral Elves playing a friendly little harmless prank and knocking on the door. Maybe they're just good-spirited.
I mean, that would be nice. But that would mean one.
Although something grabbed him
That's true.
and pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, grabbed on me and pulled her out, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, took the whole banister with it. But was that the elves or was that something bigger?
We don't know.
I find the astral elves, not being as evil as, said.
Well, that's just because you're playing the Shadar Kai, and you're not as bad as everybody made you out to be. I don't know.
This one's tough. Like,
I could go for 2.
Because, I mean, there's not really much to debate on this one. It's either Vox is an imagination.
And we still ignore it, or he's real and we ignore it.
Yeah, pretty much. We're ignoring it no matter what.
Yeah.
And if the wild mange exists, I mean, it's not really a concern to us at the moment. Not to say that it couldn't be a problem for us that we have to deal with later, but...
Right.
If it's something we have to deal with, we'll find out it's real.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go with 2 so Alakir can make some extra friends.
I thought it was Rathbin that wanted friends.
Raffin... Alakir wants the friends.
Sure.
2 it is.
Yeah, that one's the truth.
Woohoo!
Like
That's terrifying.
The astral elves aren't as bad as like people make them out to be.
Doesn't mean they're not still bad.
That's true. But what's more terrifying then is the fact that Fox is real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're ignoring him.
Oh yeah.
We got Zohar.
We do have him.
Zohar Protect.
Definitely Zahar Patek.
All right, so do we want to go ahead and go on to the main stuff, or do we want one more?
I think we need to get started with the episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always come back to this if we think we have enough time.
Okay. All right, cool.
We have to close out with one more.
So, now that we have that out the way, and all the fun stuff that goes along with that, we're going to jump into actually talking about these episodes and whatnot from there. So, let's jump on over and start out with episode 13, Portrait Perfect. So, pretty much with this one, you guys go to
this episode.
Yeah, so pretty much I'll go to the library, trying to get stuff done, trying to find stuff on the Manticore. I remember that part because
Rathbin catches all the books that are flying at him.
Yep.
Right. I do find out about the Ice Crown Mountains. You gotta meet the creepy
Librarian.
the librarian who is
always looking at us.
yes,
Yep. Somehow never
never
moves, but is always looking right at us.
Yep.
But if we watch him, he doesn't turn.
Nope.
But if we turn and look back, he's looking at
Yeah.
us. Which is absolutely terrifying.
Oh, wait. This is terrifying, but not the shop.
Yes.
Just making that clear.
Yes.
Okay.
The shop, not terrifying. The shop, anything could happen. This is a fucking library. Just a normal library. Not even the fam.
That we know of.
And then we got y'all learned about the Frostfang King. Y'all learned about the Ice Crown Mountains.
Somebody learned about the Frostfang King closer up later.
You guys found out. Y'all found Halros found y'all, and a lovely,
My jaw still hurts.
lovely fight with Halros versus Rathbin.
The better brother won.
Let's see what all else happens there. Hey, I go talk to Lorelai again.
Yep.
And that's where y'all get the tent.
The tent, the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully we got those clothes.
Yeah, those came in handy.
Let's see.
Oh, we had dinner with Alakir's mom too.
Yep. Had dinner with Alakir's mom.
And we showed Edric a blanket fort.
Yep. Made the fort in the room.
Omni gets
Luke
snatched out the
him.
Yeah.
Omni got snatched out the window.
Yeah, Alakir.
She died.
Yep.
It was only temporary.
That's true. Yeah.
There's a reason why they make your companions pretty much just a spirit that takes a form. Because otherwise, man, Drake Wardens could rake the money in.
And
Hold on. Just go to sleep. So these claws. Okay, you're back.
and then they got the call from Thowcut while they were going toward the Ice Crown Mountains that Silver Shade was under attack.
Right.
So yeah,
From the Astral Drake, we decided we didn't want to go deal with.
Yep.
So
Well, only because we had a time limit.
Yes.
It wasn't because we didn't want to do it.
Well,
we didn't want to do it for Sylvanas.
And we thought, a Manticore would be a little easier than a Drake.
I mean, seeing that you've already taken out one Drake already.
Yeah.
Well, but the
Not
Drake,
that it didn't hurt us.
but that wasn't one of our quests. Our options as a quest.
Well,
Right.
we weren't entirely sure. There was something to the north
right.
that we thought might have been it, but we weren't entirely sure.
Because we knew
The Manticore was the most clear cut of
Yeah,
the three
Right.
we were trying to do it more for, and
So pretty much I'm asking, how fucked up, how mad were y'all that I gave y'all that choice of not going, like either going toward the Ice Crown Mountains or going after Connor? I have to know, because that's one of those questions I was like, were y'all mad at me
Yes.
at that one? Because,
As a player, I wanted to go, or as a person, I wanted to go help Connor. But
right.
as my character,
Yeah.
military strategy dictated that was not worth diverting our energy and time for.
Right.
Yeah. There was too much going on that outweighed Connor in my mind.
And plus, we had the guild.
Yeah,
We could try to get resources out.
But was I a little mad? Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I get it. I mean, that's one of those things that it was one of those decisions that you guys had to make. Like, it is very much an impossible decision.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, do we go where we need to, or do we go help the person that needed our help?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either way about it, we were helping somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just who that person was.
Was it Edric or Connor? And honestly, we knew we had a time limit with Edric.
Yeah.
Right.
And if we didn't help Edric, the costs were far higher.
Yeah, than not helping Connor.
Right.
Yep.
So, what about y'all? Do y'all have any questions for me or any statements about this?
Fuck you.
I mean, I deserve that one.
I don't know. I enjoyed the banter.
Oh, yeah,
the
but
whole roast rap been like back and
yeah.
forth.
The Thowcut commentary.
Oh, Thowcut's commentary. I wish I would have thrown in a slobber knocker in there somewhere. Like, that was a slobber knocker. It was just because Jim Ross, But I didn't think about it until afterward. It's like, oh man, I missed the opportunity to,
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have more.
It's okay. I put his sword in my sheath. That upset him.
Oh, like, okay, as a person who uses swords and uses weapons, that upset me.
I didn't care if his weapon got dulled.
That still, that like, honestly, that upset me. Because just hearing, like, in my head, I could hear the rattling. And it's just like, oh!
He shouldn't have picked up my sword. I wouldn't have picked up his. He started it.
I was just like, just like, when he's like, I put my sword in his sheath. I'm like, it's not the same size. It's not having the same style of sheath.
But it fit.
I mean,
And I could just hear him as he's running that. And just like, in my head, it's just like, oh, Jacob, you asshole. Like, that's just at, like, someone who uses swords, someone who uses weapons. Like in my head, I could hear the rattling, and it was just like grating on my.
You pissed him off.
It was just grating on my psyche.
It's okay. I didn't even need the sword.
That fight was fun. That fight was really fun.
Except for the nat one.
That was comical.
You could tell they were brothers.
They really didn't want to hit each other.
Fuck that. I wanted to hit him.
So, any questions from me about this episode?
No, not from me.
Because really, truly, there wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that went on, but nothing really just. Nothing really just like monumental that happened.
Right.
Except for Rathbun not noticing the banister.
Oh yeah, the broken banister that straight up was just like, "Hey, this is broken." Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. But beside that, like,
well, then there was then we found out. That's when we found out, was at the end of that episode.
Yeah, that was the very last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because the next episode is the one y'all decide on.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like I said, if y'all don't have anything for me on this one, because really, truly, this one was very much like a Rathbun.
It was a family feud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, and we forgot because Asha had talked to Zahar about making the portrait.
Rathbun still offered.
Said he could.
Nobody wanted the crayon portrait.
We didn't say we didn't want it. We just wanted one that looked like us too.
Oh my God! I just realized who Rathbun is.
He's Bob Ross.
Rathbun is Sokka.
I need a boomerang then.
I really
And a
do.
meteorite
Yeah, but
sword.
he's not the misogynist like Sokka's
No,
talking
but
about.
he is the Sokka that can't paint, but thinks
Thinks he's a great artist. But to be fair, he never drew anything for us, so we don't know.
right.
I might have nat 20'd that performance.
We didn't tell you not to.
We really did.
I know.
We should see.
They'll come in that one.
Well,
like-
let's just find out. Go to my character sheet.
Okay, guys. So you guys are hearing this first. We're going to see right now.
Is Rathbun an artist?
Is Rathbun an artist?
What do you want for me
Performance.
to pass, though?
Performance.
Roll a performance.
18.
Rathbun's
Rathbun's an artist. Uh-oh.
So
I mean, granted, it's not as good as Sahar's. But,
Hey, it's still charisma.
that's okay. See, you should have painted it.
Knowing that then he
Rathbun
would
went
have.
back to his room that night and drew while he was crying in the corner.
We didn't ever tell him not to, though. That's the thing.
Luke told me not to.
Well, Luke's a dick.
Wouldn't have you ever listened to Luke?
You've got a point.
I'll shoot Luke.
This will be worth something after I'm dead.
And just somebody goes by and sees it hanging up. Hey, that's really good. Did you do it?
It's like, rather than Luke be the one walk by. No, that was Zahir that did. That was Zahar that did that, and just keep walking.
You're a dick.
Because really, truly, how many times has Rathbun just did anything anyway? It looks like, hey, don't do this. I'm going to do it anyway. Way too many times.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Luke just pretty much does Luke does his own thing most of the time. But anyway, but that one, like I said, not much went on in this one.
No, not really. Like our biggest thing was
the fight with.
Well, it was the dinner and then the fight.
And the blanket fort. Don't
And
forget the blanket fort.
Can't forget that. No.
Blanket fort was like the most wholesome thing.
Well, I mean, we're still kids.
Yeah,
honestly.
honestly.
No, I'm just saying. It's like we were still kids. I mean, to an extent. I mean, we're teenagers.
I mean, yeah. All the
Still.
characters are teenagers.
And Edric hasn't had a childhood.
No.
So it was all new for him.
So we were all being children
I mean,
in
like,
Alakir's room.
but honestly, that's probably one of the best things. It was a wholesome moment. It was a moment like Edric was getting to be
A child.
a kid. He was getting to have fun.
Well, he had friends instead of servants or reports or anything like that.
Right.
We were friends just because we wanted to be friends then.
Yeah.
Right. And
We have no real reason to, I mean, because he's not, yes, he is the prince, but
he's not the prince to you guys.
No, he's Edric.
He's Edric. He's your friend.
But, I mean, even then, we could have, technically, we could have just ran off and not gone to Veles.
Right.
And
we could have just been straight to the point and
yeah,
went straight to there to take care of everything rather than
try and do it
snaking our way through
more or less
the correct way. Yeah.
Right.
Trying to observe tradition.
But all in all, as I said, that was fun. Like, really, truly, the pillow fort was fun, and then actually going into the tent then, because after it's all said and done.
Yeah, that was our first time actually going into the tent.
I think Kasha went in there before.
No. No, that was the first time.
it?
Yeah, that was the first time we set up the tent.
I thought we set it up in the shop.
No,
y'all set it up, but y'all didn't go in.
Okay.
Because y'all didn't go in until y'all set it up there. But no, y'all did go in. Y'all did go in. Y'all didn't meet Zahara yet. Y'all didn't meet Zahara until the second time you went in.
Right.
Because, the first time we just kind of glanced around.
And realized that it was a huge place.
Right. Yeah, because I was fairly sure we had set it up because we didn't want to buy it without seeing
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So that may have been why Zahar didn't show up, because it wasn't ours. We were just looking.
Because...
And I gotta apologize. I can't keep giving Alakir grief. I did put my hand out the window. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was... You put your hand out first,
Something
said
grabbed
something
me.
to her. And then I was like, oh, cool. Sticking my head out.
Something
and then
grabbed
later
my
on,
hand, I yanked it back.
Here's my Drake companion.
Out the window.
I'm gonna fish with my Drake companion. Go, we're gonna.
Oh, the rope went slack.
Oh no, the rope didn't go slack. The whole banister left.
went with it.
The rope got taut and took the whole banister.
It's like, bing, what the?
Yep.
Because that's why Alakir had to make a dex save.
Yep. To not get pulled out with it.
So I will say this: if Alakir would have went out that window, it would have been hilarious.
And probably bad. And then we'd have had to figure out how the hell to get him back in.
Yep. That
We don't. It was good knowing you, Alakir. I'm gonna take your stuff. I feel like that's what he would have wanted anyway.
Shit, how do we tell his mother?
how we come out of here in the morning and tell his mom.
Alakir's mom, we got some bad news. Alakir went out a magic window in a magic place, and he's kind of gone.
Issa would have pulled the sword on you and been like, "Go back in there and get my
Thank
son."
you for dinner last night. Bye.
She would have straight up been like, pull the sword and be like, "Go back in there and get my son." I don't want you coming out of that tent till you find my son.
Did I say he's gone? He was still asleep. We packed everything. We'll get him later. I thought he needed to sleep in today.
as she's holding the sword, get in there and get my kid. Fine. Because even without that, she didn't have Blazing Fang anymore, but now, she is technically a level 20 plus character, so.
I'll say
Okay, we got numbers, guys.
if she's leveled as much as Raytheon is, it's level 30.
Yeah. They're gonna walk in there. Raphael's like, I could take her. Slash.
And the bad thing is,
Guys, we can't take her.
I figure Asha, Luke, and Edric are just like, whoop.
We're going back inside the tent and getting Alakir back. Raphael's out there. Don't leave me alone! Just hear this crashing and shit flying around.
Trying to grab him to yank him into the tent.
Like also, you see Alec. You see Rapid was it limping in there, black eyed, bruised up. Just,
Hey guys, let's go find Alakir.
are you crying? No, I'm not crying.
No, my eyes watering. Shut up.
So Har's cutting onions, but I'm right here. You're cutting onions. I decided it was a good idea to go find Alakir, guys.
Are you okay? Yeah.
I'm just so excited about this idea.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I would open up so much.
For so much shit to go so wrong.
That would open up all kinds of interesting
What ifs
and stories then. Too bad that didn't happen.
Oh, there's always next time.
On Dragon Ball Z. Alright, so
you never know what stupid thing Alakir has brewing in his brain.
this is true.
Fair, that's kind of the whole party. We do stupid shit from time to time.
It's our shtick.
So, episode 14. Which I gotta remember the name of the episode.
Faith in Ruins.
No.
Yeah, because 15 is...
I thought 15 was... Oh, 14 is Faith in Ruin. What
I'm
the hell?
looking at the episode list.
I just pulled it up too.
You don't believe me.
He doesn't. I know.
I'm hurt.
Nah.
I think I deserve a level for that.
Okay, you get the D level.
No. I said A level, not unlevel.
Yeah, you didn't say which way the level had to
I
go.
didn't say I deserve an unlevel.
So, we get into Faith in Ruin. This episode was good. Because this is the one that all the...
Poor Asha.
This is the one where, essentially Asha... Like... We'll see, because... Okay, so we start off with this one, Nilka, telling them how fast they were going to get to the,
It would take a day and a half to get to Silver Shade, so we wouldn't have... We weren't going to make it in time to be...
Right, to be any help.
If he was alive, he was going to still be alive. If he was going to be dead, he was going to be dead.
Right.
And we'd have the problem of trying to stop
Right. Oh.
if we went full speed.
Yeah.
Oh, if I went full speed, she would got there. Y'all got there fast as hell.
A day and a half, you told us flying full speed.
Yeah, but then she said she can push further.
But then the problem is stopping.
Yeah, then the problem is stopping.
Well, we just tie ropes to the deck and then pray that they don't cut us in half when we stop.
She's like, yeah. Oh, and this is how they died.
Cauterize the wounds, guys.
And it was at that moment they realized they had fucked up.
Oh yeah, Asha ends up, going to Edric's room, hearing him talking to somebody. That one was asking questions, how's he doing? And the weird thing was him being calm, still a little nervous, but way calmer.
It's coming up now.
The Raffin checking on everybody. And taking a shot, scaring Edric to death, and taking an Eldritch Blast to the chest, which was hilarious. We get the whole, Raffin being the big brother of the group, and making sure everybody is okay.
Hey, that's what Raffin has been from the start. It's not where I planned on him going, but it's
That's what happens sometimes. Your character decides, hey, this is what the fuck I want to be, so you
I
want to
be the big brother. Well, that's why I had to bring up Charles earlier. Charles and Jamfir are my boys.
Poor Charles.
Charles is dead.
And then we got Luke. We got everybody sitting on the deck of the ship eating, which was a really cool moment. Just them all just kind of sitting around eating, and Edric deciding to shoot a blast of energy at his home, knowing it wouldn't reach, but still, it was just that whole, I gotta do this, and just letting the blast go.
Ah, yes. And Asha's patron.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because after that, everybody went to sleep. And we get Remitsu with a face.
Yes.
And that's right, because he gives Asha the job of pissing off paladins because
making him a god.
Yes.
Yes.
He's like, my first decree is you must piss off every paladin. Because
Why the fuck not?
right.
All I have to say is he's a god.
Right.
Raffin really doesn't care.
Yeah.
A sword could be somebody's god for all I care.
Yeah.
Oh, then the skill challenges, which those were hilarious. And but everybody passed for the most part. Then we get to the actual mountain itself, blizzards. I forgot who sees.
I did.
It was Asha.
Asha is the one that sees the giant wolf
Yes.
jumping,
From mountaintop to mountaintop.
pieces of the mountain and like diving essentially diving in deeper into the mountains. And it's the whole thing of, if he's big enough to do that, how
Yeah.
It's okay. We totally hid from him.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we get to the actual city.
That poor herder.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're right there. We're to that part.
That poor shepherd.
That shepherd, Alec here is like, I wonder what happens if I step in front of this moat. Possession happens.
Well, wouldn't have if I hadn't have failed that save.
Maybe.
We
don't know the DM. DM does a lot of DM stuff.
This is true. Then
Might have been worse.
they end up you guys end up like crushing this man's like psyche.
That wasn't our intent. Our intent was to stop him from possessing Alec here. Unintentionally, we destroyed his soul.
He's like, what do you mean I'm an elf?
Let's be honest here. Raffin killed him. Raffin was just trying to wake up Alakir and destroyed the sculpture by hitting Alakir, apparently.
No.
No, that was
No.
ears.
Yeah, when you guys made him...
Feel his
Like,
his
feel
ears.
his face, feel his ears. And all of a sudden he realized that
He wasn't a human anymore.
he wasn't a human. And y'all watched as his body suddenly started,
Yeah.
and then he vanished.
Yep.
So yeah, he was dead.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was dead before that, but
right.
he's dead now.
Yep.
Technically, I guess there's a possibility the others could be saved. Maybe. But that one guy is just dead.
And then we get the meetup with the Frostfang King, where everyone else is like, hide. I was like, I'm gonna do something stupid.
Yep.
And we get this nice moment, this big wolf just walking in, sniffing everything. asking Asha, "Will, why are you here?" And Asha's like, "I am here to go kill the thing up there. Nothing more, nothing less." And the Frostfang King's like, "All right, cool," and just leaves.
Yeah. Because, I mean, technically she didn't lie to him.
Oh, and then the fight with the spectral guards.
Yeah.
Like, I was to be honest, like the damage you guys were doing with the hitting the glowing spots did more damage. It did, but it also did damage back to you guys, and also it gave y'all moments of
Their lives.
their deaths.
Well, yeah.
Getting ripped in half.
Yeah.
So the fight could have went shorter, and it was easier to hit those spots.
But the risk of possession was higher, too.
Well, it wasn't even possession. It was like,
Flashback.
yeah, it was all flashbacks.
Okay, so it's more like psychic damage.
Right.
Yep. Emotional damage.
There you go. Very much emotional damage. But after that fight, and you guys winning that fight, you guys decided to hike up the stairs.
Then when we realized that there was nowhere to hide the tent up there, we hiked back down the stairs.
And hid the tent.
In
In a
one of the
building.
houses.
And like that was the end was was you guys sleeping and trying to rest up before the fight with the Manticore.
Right.
So yeah, this episode was fun. Like I haven't heard Jacob laugh that hard in the episode.
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
Like, listening to this episode was fun because Jacob over here died. You laughed for a good 15 minutes.
I deserved every bit of what Edric did to me, but it was absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Because again, I would have done that to Jamfir, I would have done that to Halros. It was what you do to a brother.
Right.
What about
right.
Charles?
R.I.P. Charles.
R.I.P. Charles.
Charles, no.
Oh my God! So is R.I.P. Charles?
Charles.
Is R.I.P. Charles like our long may he reign?
That's Rathbun's.
Yeah.
Because Rathbun's the only one that ever says it.
I was his only friend on that caravan that day.
Yeah, because probably even with explanation, probably every time you say it, Alakir's probably going, "Who's Charles?"
No one else knows.
Nobody knows who
No one knows
Charles
who
is.
Charles is beside Rathbun.
Because Asha damn sure doesn't know who the fuck Charles is. Never met him.
But Rathbun's going to turn this into a thing. Everybody at some point is going to end up saying R.I.P. Charles.
Right. Okay, guys. So that's a shirt we need too. It's just R.I.P. Charles. Doesn't have to have any face, nothing. It's just need to say R.I.P. Charles.
Oh yeah, just like of course we're gonna have one that says I'm doing something stupid.
Well,
No, it's my turn to do
Yeah,
something.
my
Yeah,
turn.
there
to do
you
something
go.
stupid.
or I have a stupid idea.
That one too.
That one too. But Remitsu showing up too. I was like, okay, cool. This is probably the best point for because we've gone up in levels. You guys have actually gotten really a lot stronger at this point. So
And I've talked with Asteria.
yeah,
He's found the egg. And talked with Destiny's Song.
which there's still some bonding needing to happen there, but it's
You hear
coming.
that? You haven't bonded well.
You need to go have some one-on-one time with Destiny's Song.
Okay.
Take it out
Go
to dinner.
go find activities that you both are interested in. Like stabbing people.
Just not the people that are in your party.
Take it out to dinner. Go to a show. Can you imagine that one?
I'm buying 2 tickets. Where's the other person?
Right here. She's in your pocket?
Yes. Is my gold here good or not?
Get out to the seat, like puts Dexter's on together as the dual blade, and just sits in the seat next to him. People sit here like,
there's a ring of empty seats around him for some reason.
In a nice 10-foot area.
But yeah, but like I said, this episode was really cool. Like, just all the fun little shit that happened. All the, just all around, just all the cool little things. And I'm gonna say, like rapping fucking with Edric. Asha actually going around getting to deal with Remitsu, going to deal with Nilka, and like find out a little more about her. I just realized Alakir was going to go off the side of the boat, and we never got back to.
He decided not to, because if I remember correctly, I had started going, and I had seen that he was concentrating on his sword, and I decided not to do the...
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's when I went up the mast
Yeah.
and was just waiting there invisible for the next morning.
Right. And, like, the Frostfang King was one of those creatures I was like, okay, I got it. I want to introduce because I thought he was such a really cool character. Like, it was such a really cool monster that you guys didn't have to fight. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had the stats, and I got a country twang right there.
I got the stats.
I got the stats for that one. All the stuff.
Damn, you sound like a hick.
I know, right? I don't know
Frostfang King.
that good old Frostfang King over there.
Kang.
Damn, you sound
gotta
like
say Kang.
Damn, you sound like Pooch when
know,
you said
right?
that. God damn, I miss him.
I do too. But like I said, the Frostfang King, like I said, I wanted him to be intimidating, this powerful figure that, like, if you guys wanted to fight him,
We would have needed X.
oh yeah, like,
Guaranteed, we would have needed X.
And I had stats. I had stats for him ready to go, just on the odd chance that you guys wanted to throw down with this big fucker.
That's a possibility and possibly an eventuality. But as it was with Edric's reaction to Harper,
Well, that hadn't happened yet.
yeah, but that was what swayed our opinion.
Right. But we'll get to that in the next episode. But yeah, but just the whole, you like Asha just pretty much sitting there, because in my head, seeing Asha walk up and talking to the Frostfang King wasn't just like, "Hey, how's it going? We're just doing this." No, it's the whole thing. Oh God, don't eat me.
Yeah, it was very much a "don't eat me" moment.
Because things like 10 to 15 feet tall.
Which is 2 to 3 times taller than her.
Right. And just the fact that it's just standing there looming in this, this blizzard.
And on top of that, at times apparently it can be larger because it was larger than the top of the mountains when it was running over them.
No, it wasn't larger than the top mountains. It was jumping from.
Right. Well, still, that's pretty fucking big for me to see from the...
I mean, it was big enough to be able to, like, essentially almost like get a jumping, like, essentially it was jumping good distances. It just had,
Right.
it was more of, this thing was fast. This thing is big and fast. And powerful enough to just be like, wee, just do. But even then, still, something that big is scary as hell. And then with all the weapon, like all the arrows and everything in its back. And Asha's just like, hey, do you want those gone? No. They're essentially, those are my war trophies.
Yeah.
Cool. You can keep your war trophies because you were scary.
Right.
But But yeah, no, like I said, this episode was just all around just fun. And like for like me actually getting to do more of my deeper ranges was just fun for me. Because I like getting to sit here and, go from my normal speaker voice to all the way down here and just more,
Growly.
more growly. I love those voices. So the question is, do y'all have anything for me on this one?
I already know the answer. He didn't see us, did he?
Oh fuck yeah!
We were completely hidden.
No, he saw. He didn't see you.
I was gonna say because his nose was at the door.
He smelt you.
Nah, we weren't there.
He never saw you, but he knew you guys were there. But he did, because of the fact that you hid from him. It kind of almost gave him that whole, like, that's damn right. You better hide from me. Type, because in his head, you guys sent out the weaker one. As you do, you send out something weak, and essentially it's in Frostbite King's head. It was Asha was the sacrifice.
When really she was the one that chose to be out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, he didn't know that. Like the way he saw it is, she was the sacrifice. So that means if he ate her, you guys were going to come out fighting. And while yes, that would have been fun, she was intelligent enough to know better to just like try to attack.
Yeah.
Because essentially it was that whole thing of he was gauging what she was going to do. If she would have ran, he would have chased her and killed her. If she with her standing her ground and not attacking, it was that whole thing of, what is she getting at? What's the play here? Because, if you're going to attack me, do it already.
Yeah.
But she never did, and it was that whole thing of, all right, I'm bored now. It was straight up, you're not going to run from me. You're just here. Mm-hmm. I can tell you're scared, but you're not backing down. You're not running away. So I really can't. It's essentially my animal instincts is like, get going, do something so I can react to it. And when no one gave him that reaction, he was just like,
fuck the shit, I'm
fuck
out.
this shit. Do what you want, fucking do. I'm out this bitch. Now, granted, he was still close by.
Yeah. Figured.
Mm-hmm.
Raffin never saw him.
You saw his nose.
You saw the nose.
I mean, after that, I still never saw him.
Bad thing is, I can see Raffin in the corner of the tent. It's like looking away. If it doesn't see me, if I don't see it, it doesn't see me. If I don't see it, it doesn't see me.
That was the logic in Jurassic Park. If you didn't move, the T-Rex wouldn't see you. I mean, obviously it still works, right?
Right.
Raffin's over in the corner, nose in the corner. If I don't see it, it doesn't see me. If I don't see it, it doesn't see me.
I can hear you. No, you can't. I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. So yeah, beside that one, any other questions or?
Could we have not destroyed that one guy?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. If Alec here would have passed his save
without Alec here passing the save.
Yeah. I mean, Alec here would eventually have taken force damage and because it could only possess him for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then would have been shunted back out.
Right. Because essentially 2 souls can't inhabit the same body.
But what if Alakir's soul was the one shunted out?
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Not one on the wisdom save. It's his body now.
The fuck do we do now?
Come along, little blue Alakir dots.
Come with us. We'll try and figure this out.
We'll get you a body somehow.
And we'll take his body with us. Maybe we can get his body back. Put him back in his body. You stay in the tent and don't leave.
You do not leave this tent.
So, Har, do you have an idea?
See, here's the actual Alakir just floating here. And this guy's got his body.
This little blue dot.
Well, have you tried just shoving him back in?
No.
Oh, that would have been
See,
bad.
that's what I told them.
That would have been bad. If because too many times it was like switching like that would have fucked something up in Alakir.
Yeah.
But there was a chance that you could have killed them both.
Right.
I can see Rapid, get back in there. So the Alakir falls down dead, and both souls are just sitting there.
What if Well, that didn't work.
I hate you.
We would have had Ghost Alakir walking around the...
I'm going to make a mega soul. Shove the 2 together.
So, then theoretically, Alakir could have been haunting the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every now
Hey,
and then.
then you could have gone out in the astral sea.
No.
I'm not saying he would have been safer,
Oh, he would have been in worse position then.
but it's not like Rathbun could exactly stop him.
You see the wisp just...
Alakir, come back.
Also, next time, shoom.
Swallowed like a little fish pellet.
God damn it. Hit it. Just keep going. Oh, that would have been horrible. But yeah. Yeah, but if Alakir would have passed the save too, it would have went in and went straight through.
Right. But I meant us on the outside, not...
Yeah, if it would have happened, it would have eventually just shunted itself out, because it could only occupy 2 souls can only occupy a body for a certain amount of time before one has to come out. And being it that it was Alakir's body, the soul would eventually just popped out and just went on about his business. But no, people had to tell it what to do, and
We didn't know.
it gave it an existential crisis
And kill him
and
again.
kill it.
Yep. Sometimes that dose of reality will do that.
Reality kills.
More ways than one. But yeah. So I can tell you this now that we've already gotten past this episode, and we're so far past this.
I mean, to be fair, we may go back there.
Yeah, but this didn't have to do anything with here.
Oh, okay.
If y'all would have went and helped Connor, that's essentially that would have still counted.
But we didn't know that.
No, and I know that. And I didn't want to tell you because I think that would have...
It would have swayed our
It would have
decision.
swayed
It would have absolutely swayed it because we
But-
would have all gone to save. We would have all said, "Let's go help Connor."
Right, but and that was one of those things. I wanted you guys to just make this decision for yourselves. I didn't want to give you guys that information to say, "Oh, just something like this would have worked either way."
See, and now that's where you're a real asshole.
Oh, I know. But yeah, either way, it would have helped. It would have worked.
Yeah, but we were never going to know that.
Right.
And to be fair, that probably would have been a better mission to go do.
I don't know. We learned about Harper through this one.
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't have necessarily had to face off with X at that point.
Who knows? She could have sent X there.
That's a possibility.
Well, then, okay, we're going on what if of stuff that's going to happen. So when that comes around, we will talk about that too. So shall we go ahead and jump into the next one?
Break.
I don't take a break here. All right, cool.
Now comes the fun part.
And here's the part that you all will like. So, jump into episode 15, Rough Road Home. Yeah, this is a good one. Because the nights go by like strangely uneventful.
Well, somebody heard.
Until I would say until we get to Alec here, then
Yeah.
he hears a goat.
Me.
You hear meh. Don't know why. Yeah, he's like, wait, what? Maybe the Manticore went and got something to eat.
I mean, I'm sure there's mountain goats in the mountains.
I mean,
Somewhere.
That haven't been eaten by the Frostfang King.
Yeah.
right?
Ooh, an appetizer.
Yeah, then that's right. That's when y'all start walking up the side of the mountain.
Yeah, and there's blood halfway.
Yeah, like the snow has been melted, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
blood."
Blood. Why is this all melted? I didn't think manticores could breathe fire.
And then y'all have Edric Hyde get up there, and y'all see a chimera
Right.
instead of
Yeah.
with the Manticore dead at its feet. And Alec here's like, "Oh, that's why I heard the goat." Then you guys meet one of the best people ever to be, to grace your your presence.
Yeah.
Another one the party was pretty much all on the same page about.
Harper Zanai. And she pretty much just says, "Hey, we got some energy signatures coming from this direction." Pretty much, that's how I found you guys.
Yeah.
And hey, let's make a deal. Y'all kill the y'all kill the Frostfang King for me. Let me take it. I didn't see you.
We totally agreed with that.
She lied.
I like the whole, "Hey, can we go pray for a minute?"
It was worth a shot.
It
was like- I was like, really? That was the angle you were going with? Hey, let us pray. At that point, she said, "You know what? Fuck it. Kill him. X, do what you do best."
Yep.
Die.
It's okay. She learned how it goes against us.
That was a nice little fight too.
I nearly died.
Yep. Like the X fight was good. The X fight was, but then
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Which part?
After the fight. Asha uses her
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. After they burn stuff down and whatnot, and they win the fight. Then Asha uses her Eldritch Sight to.
Yep.
To
Yeah.
blind herself.
Yep.
After we harvested the chaos core, chaos gem.
the chaos core from the.
Chaos Mara.
Yeah. And so then for pretty much for the rest of the part on the mountain, Asha is very much just like, "I wish I could see what's going on here, but I can't."
Oh, now she sounds like a hick.
And I have to do like the full audio tour of, well, and this is the statue, and it's talking to us and moving.
And this is the crystal we're going to have to take a piece from. And here's Luke with a chest full of money. Put it back.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
2,000 gold I made him put back.
Because it wasn't his.
We all agreed on that one.
Yeah. And from there, you guys actually, after Soren actually talks to you guys, y'all cut a piece of the, Edric cuts a piece of the crystal.
Siren.
Siren. Soren, something totally different. I'm sorry. Siren tells you guys, essentially you need to make this into a crown. And there's the whole thing of, well, I guess we know where we're going now.
Right.
And this is where y'all meet Vox.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I tried making the
call inside the
tent.
And essentially wires get crossed and get this whole hello. It's like, oh, hi. I had a nice little conversation, and then it's the whole deal of, please talk to me again sometime. And then it's like, no, we're not talking to you ever again.
Nope.
And then the knock at the door. And it's like, go away, we don't want any.
We don't want whatever you're selling.
We really should get a no solicitation sign, guys.
But how are we going to put it out there?
I'll do
We
it.
have to.
Well, I was going to say, we got somebody who keeps wanting to go out there anyway.
This is true.
Just open the door, put it on the outside, and shut it again.
I thought it was a fake door.
It is. It can open.
You said it was a fake door.
It is a fake door. There's like you open it. There's nothing out there. It's like
Okay, but that's not a fake door then.
okay, so it's
It's an operational door, but it doesn't lead back to where
It doesn't
we
take
Right.
us
Right.
outside the tent.
right.
It does take us
it takes you
outside the
outside
tent,
the tent,
but-
it's just there's no house floating in the astral sea. Like you guys are not in a house floating in the astral sea.
Huh.
We're stuck somewhere between the astral sea and the mortal plane, I guess.
But
Okay.
like creatures do know you're there. That's why at points they can knock on the door. They can knock on the windows. They know you're there. Like they sense there's something there. But they can't come in. Not without being invited in. Not without, even with, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this now. Even with the windows open or anything like that, they still can't enter. They have to literally be invited in.
Vampire logic.
Right.
So is the house a vampire?
Inverse vampire.
It's an inverse vampire, right.
We cannot enter without permission.
So,
We
Yeah.
have permission because we own the tent house at the moment.
so then the guys decide to go to Velis. And
Well, Alakir makes a call to get the name of a
yeah.
jeweler first.
And that's when we hear about Dilly.
Poor Dilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she survives.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
worse for the wear, but
Who isn't?
But yeah, so you guys,
Okay, she's got a whole lot of status now,
right?
or will shortly. Once word
Y'all
gets
come,
out.
you guys come up with a game plan, and then we meet another lovely NPC, someone very
Ah,
important.
yes.
We meet Asha. Well, we see Asha,
We've met Asha, though. We met her in episode 1.
but not this Asha.
Oh.
The male Asha. The Asha that Asha is named after. And he is very loved.
To quote another one of our players from our other game, allegedly named after.
Allegedly.
He is flamboyant and people love him, and man, you guys are loud out there. Oh yeah, so just in case you didn't know, we're at a brewery. We will talk more about that here in a minute, so you guys will hear some laughter and stuff in the background.
Possibly.
Probably.
Possibly.
That woman was... She was loud.
Yeah, but it might be able to be cut out.
Okay, but yeah. But anyway, meet Asha, and you guys... you guys go to hell. You guys go to head toward the Burning Forge and find Dilly. And yeah,
that one come through.
oh, I guarantee you, she's
Yeah.
her country ass.
You have no room to talk, Mr. Twang.
Hey, I admit I'm country, but it only comes through every now and then.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
and I don't know.
This episode was just... This was violence. Mm-hmm. Violence. Oh yeah, and Edric was freaked the fuck out by Harper.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
that was really what swayed us all onto that. We're not working with her at all.
So I was gonna ask. I know y'all had talked about it, kind of. Y'all were mulling it over between yourselves. But were y'all really thinking about like joining Harper and fighting the Frostfang King?
Not outright. Just if it would get us some time, maybe. Up until seeing Edric
Yeah.
terrified of her. You know, that there was that part, like for Asha at least, where it was, if this will buy us some time, it might be worth it. Except when she looked at Edric and saw him terrified. And then it's like, it's not worth it no matter what. It could buy us time, but no matter what, it's not worth it.
Because of the fact that...
Because he was so terrified of her. And that would damage the bond that they have.
Yeah.
Like, as a group, the bond that they have as a group, that would damage it with him.
You don't do that to family.
Okay,
Pretty
Dom.
much.
Okay, Dom.
Hey, it's all about family, man.
Family.
I mean, look at Rathbun. He's the big brother to everybody. He wouldn't want to put Edric through that. Asha,
Right.
Asha wouldn't.
No.
Alakir wouldn't.
No.
Luke.
We hope he wouldn't.
All depends on the strategy side of it. I think that would play into it a little bit more with him than it would with Rathbun. But
Well, except for, you know, maybe actually having seen Edric terrified.
Right.
I don't think, even then, I don't think Luke would. But
Because-
DM, you want to enlighten us on that? Would Luke have?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Luke very much would have been like, fuck this shit, let's kill everybody.
Luke's the murder hobo here, guys.
The DMPC's a murder hobo.
Oh, no. Next one is very much we see Luke,
Is the murder hobo?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Next episode is
Yeah, next episode we see how like fucked up Luke can be. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, don't blame the man one bit.
No, not after what he was put through.
But any questions from me on this one?
What would you have done if we had agreed?
would she have held up her side of it?
Yes, she would have. She would have completely held up her side of the deal.
And then, conversely, how would Edric have taken that?
Oh, he very much would have not liked that at all.
Yeah, we would have just trashed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, y'all straight up like. So everything that led up to like now, there was like essentially like a tipping scale. The more stuff y'all made Edric do was was affecting how Edric was going to become as a king. The kind of person he was going to be. Because if it was all business, Edric was going to eventually just be an all business king. Just very much. He wasn't going to be, more of a, more for the people. He was going to be out for just legit what's for my country. Period. It wasn't going to be. It wouldn't have been so. Hey, I need to help the people. I need everyone to, be safe. I need all this. He would have just if you guys went no nonsense. We're just going to stay on course. You weren't going to listen to his input. Nothing. He would have ended up becoming more of a dictator than he would have the Edric we have now. But at the same on the same way, if y'all would have went more, it's okay, Edric. It's everything was very coddle him, keep him in the back of everything, keep him.
There was no coddling or sugarcoating able to be done on any of this.
Oh no, we fucked up so bad so many times.
And that's the thing though. If y'all wouldn't have treated him like a friend and just more as
like an equal.
If y'all would have treated him like he was
like
the treasure, like a burden, or not even like a burden, but like
he was better than us.
Yeah, like he was a side quest, or not like a side quest, but he was like an escort mission where you have to make sure stay here, don't move from here. We're gonna go kill these people, then we'll come back and get you and keep going.
No, we let him almost die several times.
Right. But again, if y'all would have treated him that way, he would have been more of a selfish king and very. He probably would have ended up making alliances with some bad people because he still didn't have a chance to see everything, to see the world, to experience people because
he saw the world.
But the way you guys did it, y'all gave him ample chances of getting out there and being himself and being, you took time to get to know him, to actually bond with this character. So you guys literally made him the best version of Edric that you could get. You guys got essentially you got the good ending.
Nice.
You got the good ending, Edric. Alakir bonded with the king or the prince more than he did his sword.
It's okay. Asha stuck herself in a closet with him.
I was gonna say he went in the closet. Asha got him out of it.
My thing is, I laugh at that one so much because Asha and Edric are around the same age.
Mm-hmm. They are the same age.
And speaking from three guys in this room, at that age, you were a horny idiot.
To be fair, at 16, I was a naive idiot.
And you're going to get the pretty girl in a small room, locked in the small room with the kid who is very much like hormones are going.
And has not seen the world. As Alakir's like, hey, what about that red tiefling up there? Or purple?
No, it was the lavender tiefling.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that needs to be on a shirt.
What about that lavender tiefling up there?
With a picture of a lavender tiefling.
Oh, we have to get the lavender tiefling drawn because we don't know anything about her, but we have to get her drawn.
Well, we know she's in the red light district.
We know she's
she's
gorgeous.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
And it's just that whole thing of, like I said, you guys got the best Edric.
Right.
You guys let him go out there and have life or death situations.
Well, I mean, he made choices. Sometimes they were the right choices. Sometimes they were the wrong choices. Sometimes, like us, they were the stupid choices.
Right, and that's the thing is we let him experience life as it is.
Right, and that was the best way to honestly, that was the best way to go about it, was the fact that you guys let him experience things. You guys let him grow and become, like, not just a king, but like a friend and a warrior, and because that's going to make him a better leader, especially now that he's seen so much good, but at the same time so much bad out there.
Right.
So now he knows, okay, this is my country. I know what I'm going to need to fix when I become in power. And that's, like I said, that was like the best Edric you guys crafted, you guys made. Did he go a little murder hobo a couple times?
Maybe.
We all went murder hobo a couple of times.
I mean, the caravan scene alone, where he jumps out there, it just like.
I mean, yeah. Well, just wait till next episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, any other questions before we jump into this one?
Sounded like a good segue to me.
No, I'm good.
All right, so episode 16.
The Cost of a Crown.
Yeah, this one. Like,
This one was a hard one.
this was
Like, I'm getting goosebumps now. Just
right.
thinking about it.
Like, anytime I talk about this episode, it I did not want to put that on TikTok.
Talking about this episode on TikTok.
I
I want to put that on TikTok too, but not yet.
I don't have a TikTok. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
But no, this episode was... It was one of the tougher ones, honestly. Like, yeah it's just a game, but...
Yeah, but still.
man.
But like I said, this is episode 16. We've been doing this for like a little bit over a year.
No, I think it's
Year and a half-ish.
Year and a half.
2 years.
Hang on.
Ish. It was like December. Or no.
No.
This is the not. This is
Because
No, I meant
This
like
is
the first
September.
episode.
like this episode was September last year.
the first episode was recorded
March
3/13. Well, it was recorded 3/13/22.
Yeah,
So-
March 22.
Yeah, we're 2 years in.
Yeah, we're 2 years in.
And this was probably the biggest pivotal moment
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the whole game.
like
For multiple reasons, obviously.
Yeah, outside of
So, I mean,
returning to Aston with the fire.
yeah, but we seem to have this like eight episodes or so.
Yeah,
about 8 episodes, and suddenly
Something
something
happened.
drastic happens. Like, because like this was one of those episodes, like it was up there for me, like with like the prince orders us home out in the rain.
Right.
That was a good episode, too.
It was like the best episode, hands down.
that Mickey remix.
That was the best one. But yeah, no, like those episodes like that were just like
It was a good episode, but
they
it was,
hit different.
Yeah.
And this one, like,
This is a tearjerker.
oh,
Yeah.
very much.
There was, yeah.
This was that episode where we were just all like, after it was done, like
It was emotionally draining.
there was a point where it was
Yeah.
just like silence for a minute, just kind of like,
Well, I'm sitting there running through the list of things in my head that I could even try. And
But-
it was, yeah.
yeah. So let's get into this one. Let's start this one.
Yeah,
we
I was
start
running
off
through a
with-
different list.
I believe it.
All right. So
We start off with going to Dilly and
Yep.
getting the crown started.
yeah, we got the crown going, and then
Harper,
Harper shows up.
again.
Yeah, this time
we-
in the flesh.
And we run.
Yeah.
Well, some of us.
Oh no, you guys ran. It's just
One runs
Alakir
a different direction.
leads them on the wild goose chase. While you know,
Roll sleight of hand. You successfully steal. I didn't want to steal the potion.
right? Well, and then Rathbun ends up talking to
Oh yeah,
the guard.
I convince a guard to lay down his sword.
And go adventure.
and go adventure. You convince the guard to lay down his sword for his country and pick up a sword for himself and go out there and adventure. Now, what happens to him? We don't know.
I'm gonna name him Charles too.
We didn't even know his name.
No,
That's
his
why
name-
I'm naming him. He's
it's-
Charles
it's-
II.
It's Charlie. It's just Charlie.
So you guys go back to y'all find a rundown, just
Bar.
shitty inn, and you know y'all get y'all take a room.
Yeah, we set up the tent for
Yeah.
the night, barricade the door,
And
and prepare.
because that's where Edric actually like washes the color out of his hair, yeah, gears up, like actually becomes
Puts on the royal
the
armor.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is that moment where Edric is very much like,
Fuck it all. We're going in.
I'm done running. Too much stuff is going on. We need to. It's time. It's essentially it's time.
Yep.
No more, no more running. No more any of this. As soon as this crown is made, this is war.
Alakir and Rathbun are sitting there trying to figure out a mount for him to
Yeah.
parade into town. He just wants to march. I respect it.
And yeah, this is where y'all get the dilly,
Yeah,
and
we go get the crown.
and she's been tortured
Yeah.
and she has the crown.
Right.
She actually has it and ready to go. And goddamn, I'm already getting like,
Oh, my goosebumps have been coming and going.
and because it's
The moment's coming.
yeah. And this is when essentially they go to the capital, and Edric's just straight up just like, I am the king, out my way. Oh yeah, but before that, Asha tells Edric that his dad is dead.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
does tell him that.
I think that was when he made up his mind that he was
Yeah.
going to march in.
Yeah, because there's no more. His father was the like.
Yeah, he's not the prince anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the king.
right.
And that's when they go in, and like all this stuff is starting to like pop off. Like people are starting to get what's going on. Why is there two Edrics? Why what's going on? And the part that got it for me with what like right here, and the bad thing is, it wasn't Edric that got it for me here. It was Luke, because suddenly you see Luke just like tense up, energy starting to flare, and Rathbun going, "Hey, we need you to,
Yeah, we need you here.
we need you to calm down. We need you to, to speak," because at that moment, Luke is very much in that position of
The one who stabbed him is
it's
right,
right
there.
and he's like, okay, on top of that, you've taken my town from me. You've taken my father figure from me. You've taken my friends from me. You took one of my friends' legs. All this stuff has
Built up.
built up to this moment, and
It was a boiling point for a lot of people, I think, in all honesty. Because we all lost a
right.
lot
Yeah.
when Aston was burned. Some of us lost parents.
Yeah.
Some of us lost our friends that had become family to us.
And
Some of us, people that shot an arrow at us because we were sitting there twirling a sword, died protecting their family. And
Yeah.
it was a very tense moment.
And then we find out the Edric up on the throne isn't the Edric that everyone knew. Drop the disguise. It's Elena, which no one knew who Elena is.
We find out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this fight, because then all of a sudden X comes crashing through.
We all pair off.
Or no, it's Zero that comes
Yeah,
crashing through.
Zero comes crashing
crashes
through.
in.
And this is that whole thing of this is that fight where the group literally pairs off.
Yeah, we split the party essentially all in the same room because Alakir went to fight
Fight
Zero. I squared off with Bacchus.
Lucas
Asha and Edric took Elena.
and Luke is fighting.
No,
Or,
Luke took Elena.
Harper. I
Harper.
meant.
Yeah, Luke's
And
fighting.
Luke's fighting Elena.
I mean, the party actually legit
Uncle
split
is
off.
fighting.
Yeah. I mean, and we kind of had to because there were certain, honestly, putting Asha and Edric both fighting Harper, that was probably the best thing we could do because it was casters versus casters.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing.
No. I'm just saying. But then it's like quarter casters versus a caster.
Right. Yeah, melee quartercaster and
A melee quartercaster.
Melee quarter caster.
She's monk.
yeah. Yeah, because you got two melee quartercasters fighting a full caster.
Mm-hmm.
But the quartercaster knew the right spell.
Yeah.
And
Which
this,
we'll get to.
And this fight was amazing. This whole fight was just back and forth.
Bacchus breaks my blade.
Yeah, Bacchus breaks
Sitting
the
there talking
sword.
shit to me.
Harper kind of helped me out a little bit by not giving a shit about her own creation.
That's
Right,
true.
set fire to Harper was just fireball. Let's see what this does. And this whole fight just kind of culminates and goes and goes, and it culminates to one of
Explosion.
the worst things in here. Is the bad thing is Rathman kills Bacchus and then starts making his way.
I think I was.
You were 5 feet away.
I was 5 feet out of range to do anything.
And that's the worst part is you were just you were outside. You were 5 feet outside the AOE of.
Well, I think I was only 5 feet away from being able to do any sort of spell to reach him too.
And Luke had Elena by the throat and was just
choking her
and running her through with his spear over and over and over.
Asha and Edric were finishing off Harper,
Which
as the statue fell.
That was a spectacular finish because first off, Harper goes to cast.
Oh yeah.
She was about to cast Ice Storm
That's what it
on.
was. Pretty much everybody, I think.
No, it was going to be on you.
Oh, was it me?
It was going to be centered on you, and it was going to be big enough to
Probably hit everybody.
hit a lot of people. And Asha's just
She pops out and
"Get
Asha's
it still!"
no.
Yes.
And I'm just no. And she rolled and she made it, and the counter spell goes off and ends the spell. And that was the biggest moment at that point for
We're all
Harper.
laughing, having a great time.
And then turns around and because Harper's screw this, I'm hiding behind this statue. I'm high. Well, not. It was a statue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and V gets it in her head. You know what? I'm gonna blast the statue. Because Edric had already. Edric went in there with
Vortex warp, wasn't it? Or kinetic
it was one of those. I can't remember which one.
jaunt, I think.
But it was
for him. Yeah, kinetic jaunt is for yourself. Vortex warp is somebody else.
Because it was essentially he popped in and like hit her and blew up a piece, like blew up some stuff. And Asha hit Eldritch Blast, and it broke the statue. And I knew I had to roll for it because I was like, okay, because it's two ways this thing could tilt. And just so happened it tilts toward Harper. She can't get out of the way. She's already used her reaction. She's out of
She's out of movement, out of anything.
And next thing you know, crushed her. And at this point, everybody's like, everyone's happy. Everyone's
Thunderstep. That's what it was.
That's okay. Yeah, it was Thunderstep. But at this point, everybody's happy. Everybody's, we're winning this fight.
Yeah, till about 6 lines further down, there's bold red text in my notes.
Yeah. And Alakir drops. Which,
Yeah.
And,
It's happened before.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
we've had people drop in fights.
Takes a failed death save.
Yeah.
We've had that happen.
Okay. But then it's Omni's turn.
Yep.
And like I said, Tim didn't know fire was doing double damage to this creature. Tim didn't even know this creature only had like 4 hit points left. Tim didn't even know this thing had a move called Final Roar that literally causes him to blow the fuck up. And all this accumulates to Omni killing 0, and then Final Roar goes off. Rathbun is 5 feet away from the blast, sees all this stuff just go off. Everything goes. And then it hits. That's 2 failed death saves. He's already failed 1 already. And on the third one, anybody who's listening to this, anybody who's ever played D&D, you know what 3 failed death saves does. That's it. That's game over. You're dead. And I will never forget the feeling right then.
The room went silent.
But we had to keep pushing through the fight. We had to finish. We couldn't mourn yet. Like the characters couldn't mourn yet. Everything had to be, done. And because I remember looking around the table and like seeing everybody's facial reaction to the fact that Alec here is dead. And and like Raph been going, Luke, end it,
Stop.
Shit's going bad over here, So Luke finally kills her. And like that moment was such a that left such a horrible pit in my stomach, because even as me as the DM, knowing this could happen, it still just it was such a horrible feeling, such a just and having to sit there and describing how Raph been sliding down, Raph is sitting here what, hey, pray to whoever you need to pray to, I know you don't believe in any kind of gods, do something,
I'm gonna be honest here. Raffin would have sold his soul on that time, in that moment, if it would have brought him back.
Don't tell Enjo that.
Then I wouldn't be a holy man. I'm not his type anymore.
You would have been for that night, man.
That's all he wanted.
But, and then you know, just
Various religion roles.
like not just that though, but like having Edric run down there, and it's just that whole thing of, you know, out of everything that could have happened, why my friends? Why my friend? You know, and oh, and we missed the part, but it wasn't a big thing. Raffin got shot.
Not a big thing.
My pretty shiny armor.
But, you know, the shot comes back later because of some other stuff. And then, you know, I'm like, crap. Okay, so I'm like, how are we going to do this, you know? So I'm like, all right, guys, you know, roll me a percentile. Just each of you roll me a percentile. And the thing was, it was going to be a high fucking chance. Because, you know, it means someone to come back from the dead.
In a world without revivify.
Right.
Yep.
Or wish.
And, like, when everybody was rolling, I was asking everybody their numbers, and no one got high enough.
Nope.
And I was just like, I remember going, oh crap, this. As a DM, you like.
It's your goal to kill us, but.
No, it's my goal to tell a story. It's my goal to, you know, let you guys have fun. But that moment, I was just like, the fuck? If no one can actually pass this, Alakir's dead. How? And my thing was like, and this is so fucked up in my head. I'm like, how are they going to tell Issa that her son is dead?
1, 2, 3, not it.
How are they going to tell Raytheon that his son is gone? Now, granted, died being a hero, died doing the thing that, you know, they trained their son to do. But at the same time, and then on top of that, they're having another kid. And, you know, Alakir wasn't going to get to see his baby brother or sister grow up. You know, and like all that stuff started going through my head, and I'm just like, and like my instant thing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to cry, god damn it.
Well, Tim, once you brought up his uncle,
Oh yeah,
is
we'll
when that started.
Yeah. And then the bad thing is though, I rolled.
V's sitting there.
She flipped me off.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm sitting there like I know my voice dropped.
You didn't even look.
No, I was too busy looking down because I'm sitting there just running through my mind. It's like, okay, what powers? What good is a paladin if I can't help fix this?
Right?
And I rolled, and Luke didn't pass it either.
Well, that's because he's a non-believer.
And next thing all of a sudden, I rolled, and Edric is the one that does it. Out of all this stuff, the Phoenix Asimar
Fitting.
is the one who brings the person back to life.
Yep.
So we sit there, but I'm like, I can't just do this. Like, oh, you're back. Okay, cool. You know, no. You know, I needed like, and this sounds horrible too. I needed this to hurt a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, bring it over to Tim's side of everything, to Alakir standing in the abyss, essentially, and seeing Rifon there. And, like, we're talking. And also, I look over, and I see a tear, and I'm just like, oh, my God. Oh, shit. And, you know how, like, you don't know how hard it was for me to try to keep a fucking, just like, not break down my fucking self. Like, I'm sitting here just like, oh God, like, go on, Trunks, keep it together. It's a good story. We got to keep it, we got to keep it going. And, Alec here is just like, well, essentially I had a good run. I saved my friends. I did all this stuff. And then next thing all of a sudden, the whole people calling him back. And suddenly, Raifon just says, it's not your time to go. And then suddenly him waking back up. Like, I could just see, like, on everybody's faces, it was just that whole, oh, thank God. It was like legit, like, full on, just that whole, oh, thank God moment.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, describing just the energy coming out and wrapping around and all these, like, different colored flames essentially just coming off of Edric. And the first thing Alec here sees when he wakes up is Edric just sitting there, oh my God, you're alive!
I've been crying.
Yeah, like straight up ugly crying. And Edric kills his uncle. He kills Roderick. And they can't hold the coronation yet because essentially the place is in fucking ruins.
Yep.
Like, there's a big ass crater in the ground. There's, like, windows broken out. There's a statue that's fallen over
with paste underneath.
Yes.
But this episode, like I said,
this one's gonna take most of our time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like I said, this episode was so fucking good.
Yes.
And like the group levels up after this, of course. We get some really cool weapons and stuff after this. And so yeah, at this point, open discussion time, just stuff like that,
So part of the reason I wouldn't make eye contact is I was frustrated with myself because, one, I felt like I'd let somebody down, but two, like, I went into this, like, you can ask Steph, like, I had a feeling somebody was going to die. And my goal for this episode was if somebody was going to die, I was going to die protecting everybody else. And that was the worst part about this is he died just 5 feet
just 5
out
feet
of
out
my range. And it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is the episode. It hurt. Like,
because if I dashed, I could have made it. But I wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't have done lay on hands. I couldn't have done cure wounds. I couldn't have even... If we had a scroll of cure wounds, I probably couldn't have used it.
No, the only thing you would have been able to do would have been if you had healing word.
Yeah. Which isn't a paladin spell.
Or a
I don't
sorcerer.
think. Well, that's true, yeah.
Unless maybe if you go divine soul, you might get healing word because they get the cleric spell list.
Yeah.
I think so. But then
But
a sorcerer too. But even sorcerers don't really have many.
It depends.
But yeah, that was the worst part is I felt, and it sounds stupid, but I felt like I let everybody down. It's like, I'm the paladin. I'm supposed to be the frontliner that is supposed to protect everybody.
Right.
But at the same time, the front line was everywhere.
I know, and I get that, but it's just what was running through my head in that moment.
Understandable, because it's like...
And it's like, I wouldn't make eye contact with you. I was barely looking up at him. I didn't dare look over at V.
I was too busy glaring and flipping him off.
I saw the flip, and it's like,
Because like as I'm sitting here talking about everything going on, I'm looking over at her, and like her eyes are starting to water, and she just goes, "Bam!" She's just like,
yeah, but because I knew he had already taken the one death save and taken the automatic 2, and it's like that's it.
Once the explosion happened, it sunk in with all of it.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, if I'd have been closer, I could have used a healing spell on him.
Right.
But
Exactly.
That's exactly it.
I was like 5 feet away from being able to cast something to cure him.
Right. And I wasn't even facing the right way. Because I was fighting with Harper.
Right.
Just finishing that up. And I was like...
If I had finished Bacchus 1 round earlier...
Yeah.
Which, there's a lot of...
What ifs.
A lot of hindsight, a lot of what ifs,
But then you would have been in that same explosion.
I still had hit points. I don't give a shit about my health.
Right. It's broken like
Sitting there 1 HP. Lay on hands. All right, I'm good.
I mean, and I think that's so cool because, like, you look back at it and you're just like, well, what if I would have done this? Or what if I would have done this? What if I would have done this?
Well, and I think that plays into where Rathbun has gone with being the bigger brother. He's supposed to be the one that protects everybody.
And he couldn't.
Right.
And like, at that moment, it's just like, what the fuck? I can't, I couldn't get to him.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have sold Rathbun's soul in that moment if it would have brought him back.
Right.
I would have gone Warlock. I would have made pacts with whoever.
In
May have
a
been a
lot of
problem for the
ways,
party
I
later
felt
on.
like I foreshadowed my own death earlier in the episode.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
When you and I were talking.
Yep.
When Rathbun and Alakir were sitting talking at the end of the night after everybody else had gone to bed.
Yep.
I foreshadowed my own death.
Yeah, he did. And that was the craziest part, was he talked about it, and then it happens, and it's just like, oh, that is fucked up.
And that's what's kind of so funny about it, is because all of that was unintentional.
Right. Like, we didn't plan out any of this happening this way.
It was just dicey fate.
Literally.
There's a reason for the name.
Absolutely.
And but like I said, but just the thought of, if Edric didn't roll as high as he did, if Edric didn't roll that 100%,
Then
we wouldn't be having Alec here.
no, we would have had to make a much more somber trip to Crystaldale than's going to happen.
Yep.
Right, y'all.
I mean,
I guarantee it.
But at least I wouldn't have had to pay Rita back.
I guarantee it. You guys would not have gone to the mansion. You guys wouldn't have stayed around for
No,
well, no,
we would've-
we would no. Well, Asha would have insisted staying on for the coronation.
Well, yeah.
If nothing else, staying for the coronation.
No, we wouldn't have left.
Because Edric still needed us
Yeah.
there, at least. But
It would have been much more...
It would not have been.
it wouldn't have been a celebration.
Yeah. The cost of a crown.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why we came up with the name of that episode, right on the spot.
Like, right after we had done. Like, after it had done and we sat there for a minute, just like
Decompressing after
quiet
this.
and just like,
I think it was the quietest takedown we've ever had.
yeah. No, it really was. Like,
I don't think we didn't...
We didn't really
We
talk
didn't
much.
talk... We didn't,
No.
we didn't
Not
banter.
until we went outside after breaking everything down.
No, we left the space was the
Yes.
big part of
And
it.
Yeah.
as soon as we got outside, we're all just like, oh goddamn! Then all of a sudden,
it was like, the shot finally wore off, and it was like, okay, but it's okay now.
yeah, everybody's alive.
Now, had it been the other way around, it would have been probably just like
that ride
We
home.
would have probably just all
all
packed our
packed up and
stuff.
be like, guys, I'm sorry, I gotta
we'll
go home.
That drive home would have been quiet.
It would have.
There would have been-
because he and I ride together, but it would have still been.
Yeah.
Right? There would have
Like-
been no music probably playing.
Just like,
It would
what the
just been
fuck?
there. Just
I would have gone home, started scrolling through the app, going, which
Well,
one
this
do
sounds
I
like
play
a fun
now?
class.
Right?
and then I would have to figure out how in the hell was I going to introduce.
Oh, that
We
would have
met
been
them at the coronation.
either met him at the coronation or met him at the guild when we brought Alakir back.
Right.
And, he's one of Alakir's best friends, and he's got to see if we were worth that.
Right.
Something like that.
right.
My best friend, Rikilla.
But
Oh no, there's at least 5 members of Doesn't Die that we have not met yet that are created in my app.
But I mean, and it was, like I said, it was such a powerful scene. Like this episode was just such a powerful episode. Just such a,
and that's the cool part about D&D. Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, it can be silly. We can all do stupid shit. But then you do have your serious moments that come in, and yeah, maybe you guys just sign off for the night and come back 2 weeks, a month later, depending on what the game is.
right.
The way I look at it is, if we had a moment that almost brought everybody to tears, that's Oscar level kind of movie shit.
No, it wasn't almost. Everybody was crying.
Yes, we
Crying on the inside.
No, everybody was crying, whether it was just a single tear or multiple. I don't care. I was crying.
No, I wasn't. No, seriously, I wasn't outwardly crying, but like,
but
No,
like,
your
just-
eyes were like red.
oh,
yeah,
there weren't any.
You were
tears
holding them
flowing,
back.
at least.
You know,
You were holding
okay.
them back.
they were.
I wasn't aware then.
oh yeah, your eyes
no,
were red.
like you
But
look
yeah, that was
just like I think it was all the frustration and emotion and everything. Was like
Because
right there.
like I said, the worst part of that was sitting here and having to be Rifon and then looking over at Tim.
He did good up until that point.
yeah.
And then
He was
Tim was holding it together.
he was solid up till then.
no, I mean Trunks.
Oh yeah.
Like
Trunks. I mean, Tim did it good until talking to Rifon, but Trunks is like when he actually looked at Tim, it's like, oh fuck.
that was like because I know you guys don't know this about Tim. Like and like hanging out with Tim as long as I have now. Like Tim is one of the coolest motherfuckers. Like calmest motherfuckers. Like we always have fun. We always talk shit, and he is always so mellow, so calm, so happy. And just to having to look over and suddenly just seeing him just
See tears rolling down.
because I looked over at him and everything's fine, and I'm talking, and I come in as Rifon, and I look over again, and then there's tears, and I'm just like, oh my god! It's like I broke him,
No, just Alec here.
and it at that moment I was so that hurt my heart, not just as Trunks the DM, anything like that, just Trunks as a person, just me as a person, that broke my fucking heart.
And I'm sorry, just being across the table from him and looking at this and knowing him, it was so, after the fact, it was so kind of funny seeing the reaction, because it was that whole thing, okay, I got the story, I'm going good, I'm going, oh fuck, I hurt my friend's feelings.
But it's just a game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's and like I said, like you said, we know this is a game. We know this is just for fun. This is just us having a good time with our friends.
But you still are emotionally invested in it.
Exactly.
And like you said earlier, we're 2 years in now.
Yeah, these are our characters, and at the time though, it was not quite 2 years yet.
Yeah,
so it was but
right
still,
now it's 2 years in.
now it's 2 years in, but at the time, even then, it was getting close to 2 years.
Yeah.
But
and
year and a half at least.
At least.
But
and
like I said,
we had built the party.
Yeah, this was the party.
It's not just a party of acquaintances.
No,
we had become family.
Right.
Yeah.
We were, the three of us, we all came from Aston.
Yeah.
Luke came from Aston. He was, the head of the watch. And
right.
He was the poster. He was the poster boy. He was the...
Yeah.
He was the poster boy of the good soldier.
But then he was broken.
Yeah.
And we brought him in.
Yeah.
Helped him, and he was everybody was family, and it's just
and having seen one of our family members die right in front of us, and there's nothing we could do.
And that's the hurt. That's that dig, is the fact that there was nothing nothing anybody could do.
And I know for most of you this is going to sound very repetitive, but it's just it's processing, honestly. Even still, like, it's a tough episode to talk about.
Like, I like going back and listening to that episode. Just listen to the
I'm
episode.
afraid for when this one drops, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, listening to this episode, I was just like...
Yeah, I mean, even still...
I could not have been the one to edit it. I can say that right now.
Yay.
Because, like, just like I said...
Like, we know it all works out in the end.
Yeah,
but it still doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
And it does. And going through and listening to it again and editing it, it's like, shit.
If
And it's
only
like-
I had,
and-
not missed that attack.
Right.
Or if I hadn't rolled a 1 on my damage,
And the
I
worst-
could have been that 5 extra feet.
Right. And the worst thing about it is, like, even just listening to it, and it's like, starts me to tear up again. And it's like, no, I can't do this. I have to finish. I have to edit.
And the worst part is, this is all following right behind, like, you guys pasting Harper and that hilarious
Yeah,
scene.
we had this-
and
this
Bacchus
amazing
was
high.
talking shit on me about killing my brother, and I cut him through the chest.
I mean, we were riding this amazing high, and then all of a sudden
then all
it
of a
was
sudden
a
The
cliff,
bottom drops out.
and we just fall all the way to the bottom.
And, yeah, like I said...
Because, yeah, we were still on that high. Yeah, Alec here was down. We've all been there. Mm-hmm. Had 1 failed death save. Yeah, we've all been there. And then, yeah.
Then the final
bottom
roar.
drops.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Final roar, as soon as it happened, like, when I was making Zero, I was like, this is going to be this is going to KO somebody. I knew it was going to KO somebody. I did not know it was going to kill somebody.
How many? It was what, like 8d6, 10d6?
it
Something
was a
like that.
bunch.
I don't know, but it.
I don't know if I wrote down any notes.
I think I still have his stat sheet.
7d10.
Oh yeah. Because I had planned on this move.
No, I was within the range because you had me make a dex save.
Oh, that's right. You did take damage.
I was 5 feet away physically, like
Yeah.
from me to Tim right now.
Right. Oh, that's right.
I was 5
You
feet
had made
away
it in. You were in the
From
aura.
lay on hands.
Right.
Which is a little worse.
No, that makes it even worse.
That's why I was so frustrated. It's like
I was
was-
right there.
right there.
Yep. If I hadn't,
I took
had
half
Omni
damage.
attack.
But you,
Because I actually rolled high on my dex save for a change.
Yeah.
You just didn't know.
Yeah.
But like I said,
I mean, she does an average of like 3 damage. I was like, oh, this is gonna be okay.
because I was sitting there I remember sitting here like doing all the damage and seeing he had 4 hit points. Zero only had 4, and all of a sudden realizing, shit, Tim's already failed a death save, and he goes, oh, and Omni's about to attack. I'm just like, please miss, please miss, please miss. Oh,
Please get a nat 1.
It's like, Omni hits. Please low damage. Please low damage. Please low damage.
1.
And Omni did enough.
It was 8 normal damage plus 5 fire.
Yep.
So
18.
10 fire damage.
That's 18 points of damage. And as soon as it happened, I'm just like, fuck. I got, and my thing was like, as a DM, I never want,
You couldn't pull that punch.
I don't want to pull a punch.
No.
Because,
And as much
feel
shit
like-
as we give you,
right.
like, we understand. You couldn't just hand wave, oh, Alakir's fine.
No, because
Or all of a sudden this explosion doesn't happen.
because that cheapens
Everything that
Everything.
happened to that point. That cheapens
That would have been
everything.
one cheap ass crown.
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah,
It would
that
have been.
and this honestly, this episode wouldn't have been as pivotal or as important as it is
Right.
if
I mean, it would have
Alakir
just
hadn't
been.
died.
It would have just been
Another fight.
Another fight, and Edric gets the crown.
Right. It would have been a story. It would have been,
It'd have been the happy ending.
The happy ending, the fairy tale ending. Everyone lives. Everything's good.
We got the grunge ending.
I mean,
We didn't get the bad ending.
No.
We just got the grunge ending.
it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
You got a good ending. You
Yeah.
really did. We
No,
got
I
a
know.
good
But I'm
ending.
saying it's grunge in the fact that it wasn't a clean,
Right,
happy
right.
ending.
Right. We got more of like, is there going to be more book? You know, we're like, book standpoint, this is the end of like book 1. Like, you don't
Basically.
know. You're like, is there going to be more after this? Or is this how we end
Yeah.
it? And then we find out, we keep going. But
Well, technically, I don't think we've technically hit that point of do we continue on, have we? Mm-mm. We're still just dealing with the aftermath.
Right.
Right. I mean,
So, I mean, it could be the end of the party.
it
We don't
could.
know.
Well, it could.
Odds are probably low, but
Right.
Because we know that at least in later discussions, there is one person that isn't quite sure what they want to do yet.
Well, and I'll be honest, Rathbun considered joining the Royal Guard. If, everything had gone all hunky-dory.
right. If everything had gone hunky-dory,
But
this could have actually been...
The end of the campaign.
Right.
because it was a serious thought I had, because I didn't know what the future held for the party.
Right.
And now shit's going to...
Now
Alright, so...
it's family. We can't break up the family now.
Right.
Right. I mean, we kind of have to a little bit.
No, Luke can't leave us.
Not who I was talking about.
All right, so...
We stay with Edric forever.
Now
We could.
we're jumping into episode 17 because we can discuss
Yeah.
cost of a crown all damn
All
the rest of the
Day
episode.
long.
What do we come up with for 17 on title?
Does it ring a bell?
That's what it
Doesn't
was.
ring a bell. Oh,
Didn't ring a
this
bell,
one,
sorry.
No.
this one, ooh, like if 16 was just
this
All the
one's the
raw
opposite.
emotions.
all the sad, all the just like. If this one brings out all the emotions, this next one brings out some disgusting stuff, and then
A lot of slapstick.
It was
Yes.
the Benny Hill episode.
oh
God, it was.
and so the characters are having a couple weeks of just
Recuperation, and
downtime, hanging out, just trying to get everything back together, deal with
the hurt.
everything. As the castle's getting repaired, Edric can no longer be with the group because he is going through all the shit he needs to go through to become king. Which, that's hurting Edric because he's just like, I want to go with my friends. I want to go hang out with my friends. No, sir, you need to come do this. But my friends. No.
Too bad Elena's not still alive to take his place.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's not like we're not going to go back and see him, but
Right.
at the same time, we're kind of not being allowed in either.
Right.
Of course, I don't know if they're letting us even stay in the palace or not.
No.
Edric's at a window just like, my friends, and we're all...
But they go see Halaros.
Who didn't listen to me?
Shocking.
Yes. Halaros is there at the coronation and has gone out to fight.
He was there at the final fight, too. He kept the guards outside.
Yeah, he kept the guards outside.
That's when I realized he didn't listen to me.
Yep.
Typical younger brother.
So this is when y'all go to the temple of Asteria
Yeah.
and start kind of putting two and two together.
No, it was...
The Temple of Siren was.
Was it? Yeah, no.
Was it Asteria?
I thought it was.
Oh no, yeah,
It was one of the two.
it was Asteria. Asteria, you went to the temple of Asteria.
Yeah, I went to pray.
Alakir goes off to meditate and meets up with an old friend.
Yeah, it was the temple we go to
Oh.
investigate is the Temple of Siren.
Oh, okay.
That was on day 2.
But yeah, they ended up. Alakir ends up meeting up with an old friend.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a lovely talk. And
Luckily, just a talk this time.
yep. And then they find out Luke is talking about leaving the group because he wants to go find
His people.
He wants to know about his family. He wants to know who these people were.
And
Why
they
didn't
left
they?
him.
Why they left him? Why they didn't want him? And the group's like, and Raffin's like, hey, you will go with you, but you're my friends, and I don't want anything to happen to you.
Okay, we'll go with you.
Right? They're not giving him.
Right, because
Much
we just dealt with something that we never wanted to deal with, so we don't want to deal with that again.
Right. And then day 2 comes around. They get refurbished with armor, new gear, all that fun stuff. That's when they find out the Temple of Siren is where the shot came from.
We start tracking down the source of the gunshot that I got hit with.
And then cue the Benny Hill music here soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because, they start going through scare a poor girl half to death. Alakir.
Mm-hmm.
Because teleporting in and then, Wraith form is sitting there and she just...
Yeah, thanks to my new cloak.
And so they go searching around this place, looking for anything, look for something. Well...
We make it to the cliched bell tower.
Yeah. And they eventually find out that...
Find the casing on the ground first.
Yeah, find the casing. Find the fact that it has an Oni on it. And... start putting 2 and 2 together. And suddenly the guy's just like... they're like... He fucks up. The guy fucks up.
Yeah.
It's okay. One character didn't realize it. Both in character and out of character, I didn't catch it. I am Rathbun, guys.
That's okay. Asha and Alakir got it.
Yep. And then a whole chase scene breaks out. Because one of the
Well, it was the head priest.
the head priest isn't who he said he was.
It was the sharpshooter.
Yeah, he was the sharpshooter. And he goes running down the street, parkouring.
But he didn't yell parkour.
And, a whole bunch of just slapstick, just funny shit goes on as they're running down this street. People tripping over people.
Alakir destroying a poor woman's cart. You tossed her gold to pay for it.
Yeah, you did toss her gold.
That was when I was running the
Oh,
guards
no,
around.
yeah, no.
Oh, that's right.
No, this is we
That
all
was a
tried to
different
hit him.
slapstick.
This is we all tried to hit him with some kind of attack, and everybody missed.
Yeah,
And then he jumps out a window.
yeah. That's right, because Rathbun does the whole Link just fall and just hit the ground just because he failed to... And, this is the whole... all the people... Oh my god, this is the cart chase scene in movies where that random cart just comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
And Rathbun's like, get out of the way! Out the... My cabbages! But eventually, the dude screws up. Is trying to parkour up the side of a building and
Slips.
in dicey fate fashion. Nat once. And impales himself.
Yep.
Hey, it was easy catch.
He caught himself for you.
Okay, he was easy to catch.
I mean, he kind of went spearfishing for himself.
Hey guards, it's that guy right there.
Yep.
And they take him back to the castle to put him in essentially a cell until you guys are ready to
Deal with him.
with him.
Yep.
And then the group goes to the Zanai Manor.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we go back to the temple.
Yep. Because this
Oh,
is
yeah,
when
yeah.
I scare the shit out of her.
This is where
Yeah,
he
this is
scares
No, that's where he scares her. And then they go back up to the
the bell tower.
tower
find the
and
body.
find the body. Because Rathbin goes,
Well,
I lean back on it.
he leans on it, and
Donk.
then there's the thunk.
you spelled thunk with a 1.
I made all sorts of typos I'm looking at as I'm looking at those notes. Because Luke was earring at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they decide, day 3 of their downtime. Day 3 of downtime. They haven't had any goddamn downtime.
I didn't know it was downtime exactly.
This is downtime for us. We haven't died yet.
Then they go to the Zanai Manor. This is
Yeah.
there's a lot of
There's a lot to unpack here.
There is absolutely a lot to unpack in that manner.
And not a lot of it out of this episode.
They walk in and they see a dragon. They're going to find out it's a black dragon. And guess what? It's alive.
Yeah, it's just
They play the yes or no game with it. Like, hey, look to this person for yes. Look to this person for no. If we can get you out of here, are you going to destroy the city? It says no. Okay, cool. We'll figure out how to get you out. They go into the library and they find a red dragon. Are you alive too? Okay. Yes or no. Are you going to destroy the city? Yes. We're not going to help you.
Well, we asked it multiple questions.
And the whole
and its
time,
eyes never left the yes person.
and then like you start seeing like sparks, like it was trying to, like
We're gonna just close this door.
no,
Yeah.
didn't you? I kept walking around in that place,
Yep.
We walked away. We ignored the problem. The problem is
and
gone.
Luke antagonized it a little bit, like you don't look that tough. Luke, stop antagonizing the red dragon. Come on.
The one we fought was not a dragon. It was a drake or a wyvern.
And then two of the far party members like went down a hole. They're like, and it was going slow. They're like, hey, let's get on. Asha's like, let's get off.
Yep.
I bet you can't guess who those two were.
The one who almost died and the one who was pissed off because he died.
Well, I was also pissed off that I didn't die.
Right. Yeah, that's a great combination going down to a dark pit on a slow moving
Here's my
elevator.
chance to die for the party.
And this is where they see some fucked up shit. We're not gonna
Abominations.
go into detail on this. You have to listen to the episode to get all the details on all these monsters, because there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
So pretty much, just know when you get to this point in this episode, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack.
Hence why we referred to, Nova as being abominated earlier.
Yeah, and
which we're glad that didn't happen.
right.
Yep.
Find a couple more dragons down here, along with multiple tubes. And just let you guys know, one of the creatures in here, Alpha,
Apparently can't die.
was created because of a horrible AI rendering of another character.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was hilarious and wrong.
And I loved it, so I made it into Alpha, and
That poor AI drawing, and it's an AI pixel drawing at that, and it's so awful.
When this episode goes up, we will post this picture. You will not know why this picture is here until you listen to this. So
Yeah, yeah. It's a bad picture. I mean, it was hilarious when it generated it. But, after the fact, now knowing that it's an actual creature
Makes it worse.
it's so much worse. It's so much worse.
So they end up leaving this area. They find a book. They don't want to touch the book because they don't know what the book's going to do, but it has evocation magic on it. So they're like, no, we're going to leave that book alone. They go back upstairs, decide to go to another room, end up meeting with some certain doggies, some robo dogs. And Rathman's just like, let's just shut that door. We didn't see anything. Let's go up the stairs. Suddenly,
See, that's Rathman's solution. You just shut the door. The problem no longer exists.
until
Out
it
of sight,
starts
out of mind.
until it starts ripping through the door.
Well, then it's not out of sight anymore.
It's back in sight and completely...
Unhinged.
And
And that's where we ended that
we
one.
ended with them blasting one of the creatures in the face. And then
Pew, 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 pew.
yeah, that episode was hilarious. Because it was a total like tone shift.
Yeah,
From,
I mean, and kind of, we really needed it too.
Yeah.
It needed to be more...
Lighter.
Yeah.
light-ish.
Light-ish, more slapstick. Just because of episode 16 being such a heavy episode.
and then we start getting the kind of more body horror and
Oh, it gets weird next episode.
yeah, because like just the description of the creatures in the tubes is enough to be kind of freaked out. But then next episode just gets
Yeah.
ooh
So, on to 18?
on the 18.
Well, one thing to note real quick. Part of the reason why I wrote down with Alakir, Rathman's not exactly letting him out of his sight right now. In all honesty, like
Raffin's like
I'm not letting him go right now.
Right.
Raffin's just like, no, you just almost died. I'm staying like I'm right here with you.
You die, I die, bud. We're gonna suicide pact this.
So
Now on to 18.
on the 18, what was the 18?
We are a menagerie.
We are a menagerie. With this
Or if you
episode,
prefer the French vernacular, we're a fucking menagerie.
Yeah, we could be a fucking menagerie.
but this one is where we actually come up with the name of
18 episodes
18
in.
episodes in, and we come up with a group name. So now, after hearing this, now Dicey, it will still be Dicey Fate,
But it will be
and
the Aston
Menagerie. So we've done it, guys. We have a name.
Yep. 18 episodes in. Pretty good.
We're just a little slow.
18 episodes and 2 years in.
Well,
Right.
honestly, it took this long for something to be...
Something pivotal to
stick.
stand out.
Yeah.
Right. But
Because, yeah, we've had ideas bouncing around since the
But
beginning.
nothing really,
clicked.
yeah.
This is the first one that actually clicked and felt right.
Yeah, it just felt natural.
And it'll make more sense once we get closer to the end of this recap.
Yep. So we jump into this one with the fight with the dogs, and yeah, that's a fight.
Yeah, and then we realized that they're not just robots.
Robots. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
makes
we
that
hate
fight
ourselves for it a lot. Fuck you, by the way.
Yeah.
You made us kill dogs.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Only half dogs.
Yeah, but still, he made us kill them. Because they were going to kill us.
It could have been another Benny Hill thing. Y'all just ran through the whole place getting chased by
that
robot
wouldn't have
dogs.
worked. They were gaining on us.
True.
Harpoon.
That was...
But yeah.
Oh,
So then they start going through rooms.
yeah.
And these rooms get worse.
They're
And,
bad.
And we find one emaciated person.
yeah.
Yep.
Found a
They're a
vampire.
Yeah.
And we contemplate giving them blood.
That's the part that makes you...
Still contemplating.
We're still contemplating
Yeah.
it.
That whole talk, that whole just there. Okay, do we do this? Do we cut ourselves and just like bleed into this? Or do we, hey, well, I'll go get one of the carcasses over here and feed her that. No, that won't work. What do we do? Hey, we got a potion bottle. We can just fill it up with blood. And it's like, we got water skin. We can fill it up. It's like, I'm sitting here like, you guys are going to bleed yourselves into a...
Well, to be fair, if we have the potion, we could heal it. We could heal it.
I'm just like, I'm sitting here just listening to these ideas, and I'm just like...
So the question is, was Luke DM as the DMPC or Luke as the DM telling us this is a bad idea?
It's a good question.
It was Luke as the DM NPC. It wasn't
He doesn't want us to do it, guys.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me as a DM.
Killing Alakir.
Like, this was like legit.
I mean, when do you ever listen to Luke?
That is true.
This is true.
All right, Raffman's on board.
Yes.
Problem solved.
It wasn't like, honestly, it wasn't me as the DM telling y'all to, like, not to do it. It was Luke being very much
Luke.
Being Luke.
Chicken.
Trying to be the voice of reason. Like, hey, that's a fucking vampire.
Chicken.
Yeah, and honestly, like, we don't know.
Right, and he doesn't know.
And that's what we tell him. You don't know. It's like, neither do you. Nope.
Never said I do.
But we admit it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
Luke's very much, this is an undead monster. They're evil. Do you know that? What I've read in books.
What books?
I've read books. They had pictures.
So they lock her back away for a little bit.
Because, I mean...
Well, just put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
They get some more information about Zahar.
Yeah, he's a...
He knows some stuff.
He does.
And can do some stuff.
He's somewhat terrifying, and I'm glad he's on our side.
For now, at least.
Right. As long as we don't tear up the banister anymore.
Yeah, Alakir.
Yeah.
And then we got... we found a demon summoning room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did find that.
They just locked that room back up and said, nope. Then they found
the giant wolf.
Yes.
the lightning wolf.
Yes. Which
we all wanted to pet it. All right?
Absolutely, we did.
And DM wouldn't let us.
DM said no, as the wolf said no. But we all were like, you look so fluffy. Can we pet you?
He was like...
I wanted to find out if it was going to hurt me. To touch the lightning fur.
Right.
And
wearing
now,
full metal armor, by the way.
And now Zahir and...
Zindel and Zahar.
Zindel and Zahir is Avatar. But Zahar... Zahar and Zindel are in the tent together.
Yep.
God knows what's going on in there.
Well, I think we were going to get him set up. We were going to get him set up in the training room, but then Zahar said we had a guest room.
Yep.
Which we didn't know about.
Yep.
We really should go and explore the actual house, guys.
Yeah.
We've only had it for a while now.
Yeah. I mean, we've stayed in there. But we haven't really explored in there.
Because mostly there's no more than what y'all have seen so far.
Well, we didn't know there was a guest room.
Well, there wasn't a guest room until he decided that,
that we needed a guest room.
That Zindel needed a room.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him where the door of the basement is. Wait for him to see whether he says there is no basement.
We'll see. But
and then
I can also see Zahar saying that door, and it goes to nowhere, and Raffman runs into it.
I mean, to be fair, though, I don't think that would be Rathbin yet. I think that would be more Alakir. He would say, it's that door.
Well, that is true.
But then they came to an armory.
Yep.
And
we stole what we could.
They found a skin suit.
Yeah.
Oh. Humanoid. We don't know what.
No, but it's skin.
Yeah,
and it feels
skin.
like skin. Not leather, but skin.
And then
yeah.
they found a sword.
Willies.
And like all of a sudden
It clicked for
It
some.
clicked, and it was like, oh no. Oh no.
A sword in a case, mind you.
So one of the abominations in the basement was asking for its sword, just for some background on it.
Yes. And
We're pretty sure this is the
yeah, because it
sword,
was in a glass case.
with a note saying this is the sword you were looking for.
And yeah. So instead of opening the case, because we don't know what that would do, we pushed the whole case into the tent.
Because what do we do to solve our problems? We just put it in the tent.
We hide it, put it out of sight and out of mind.
Thank you. Rathbun's mentality works.
So going back and still continuing around this house,
Yeah.
they find Harper's master bedroom
With the dragon.
with a dragon
Bed frame, which is creepy. I don't think we even talked to it.
No.
Nope.
It's like
I think we just assumed it was going to kill us.
No, y'all
Like,
just said we'll help you.
we're working on helping you. We don't know how yet, but we're doing it. Please don't kill us or the people in the city.
We'll be back.
But this is where,
We did open the safe,
yeah, we opened the safe and then there was a
and we found
book.
her journal.
I found her journal, and I found a locket with 2 charges of dispel magic.
Right.
Yeah.
I used one on the...
And there's multiple. Yeah, we used one on the safe, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And I
And
think we had
there's some-
discussed the book also.
Possibly the
Yeah.
book downstairs.
If there was nothing else.
Yeah. I think we came up with one other thing it could have possibly been, too.
I don't remember offhand.
But you guys come back around.
Well, the journal also is when we found out that Elena was her daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
And Edric's cousin.
Yeah.
And that Bacchus and Roderick were gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Which, I mean, that doesn't stop you from being evil.
Gay does not stop you from being evil.
You can only be happy.
They were probably happy they were evil.
They were gay.
I'll
They
give
were
you that.
evil gay.
They were evil.
They were evil. Good old evil.
Just so you know, I nearly spit my tea out my nose.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah,
I just said evil gay. And
And
Tim's
Tim
like,
went evil.
Oh.
Kind of like Chaos Mara.
True.
Oh, the Geevils. That's a new word now,
I'm trying to
Geevil.
remember what the other use we thought of for the locket. 'Cause we came up with
Dragons.
2 things.
Hang on a minute. Do we want to take the glasses back to them since it's already past closing? Sorry, I saw it was 6:07 and thought they might need to clean those beforehand.
Geevil.
Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
The lesser of 2 evils.
So, which one would be the lesser of 2 evils?
I would say Roderick.
No, Bacchus. Bacchus was the lesser.
He was
of two
only evil by association.
Yep.
Is that gay, evil old people? For the geezer in there, too?
Not me.
No. We've decided that Bacchus is the lesser of 2 evils only because he's evil by association.
Ah, okay.
Evil by
Well, he did
association.
abandon his oath, so.
So yeah. Then they found wardrobes with lots of
Clothes.
bloody
and
clothes.
Some of them were bloodstained.
Yeah. I think we left that room.
Yes.
Those rooms. And they had made a complete circle, and we're starting back down the stairs
Yep.
when we wrapped it up
Yep.
for the night. Like I said, this game, like this one was, the fight was at the very beginning, but then everything else was just almost like a murder mystery kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it was very in-depth and very, like, what do we need to do? What do we need to figure out? But it wasn't anything so pivotal that it really necessarily made an impact on anything other than, are we going to save the vampire? Are we going to save the wolf?
Well, we already decided to save the wolf.
Right. We absolutely did. And that was unanimous pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, you got to save the pup.
Exactly. But it wasn't really, there wasn't anything that was really weighing us down this episode.
No,
it was just
It was still a fairly light episode.
Yeah.
It was just creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just for future reference here, y'all didn't have to deal with mannequins following you around there. That was another game that he ran, and that was absolutely terrifying. When you turn around and there's a mannequin behind you that wasn't there, and it would freeze as long as you were looking at it. If you turn away, nope.
Yeah, it would pop up like...
It was creepy.
That was awesome.
It was. And then, I adopted it.
But yeah, so
as far as how the name came about, we kind of came to the conclusion that we've become kind of a menagerie. We've taken in traveling exhibits. We found Edric, brought him on board. He's now left our exhibits to go be king. We brought Luke in. He's still with us for now.
Yeah, he's talking about leaving.
We've got Thunderwolf.
Yeah,
we're talking about bringing in the vampire. Yep. We've got Zohar. I mean, I'll go ahead and we'll count Zohar as one of the exhibits.
He's the curator.
Yep, he's the curator of the Aston Menagerie.
Omni.
Yep.
Weren't you just dead?
Again?
No, that was other Omni.
That was other Omni.
I think Romansu might end up being part of the menagerie eventually.
I hope so.
That would be hilarious.
Coming there one day, he's just sitting there drinking tea on the couch.
Yep.
Hey, we added a god to our exhibit, guys.
The bad thing is, Raph gonna walk up. That's my chair.
Really? It's very comfortable. I'm sitting in it.
Fine. I'm gonna sit in it too.
Brother, you will not.
Why not?
I will blast you out to oblivion if you do.
Not the first time somebody's threatened me with that.
Oh, it's not a threat.
I'll bring Injo into this. He won't like you doing that to me.
I don't even know who that is.
God, we're not adding him, by the way, guys.
Oh, Injo would love to be part of your menagerie.
Or
menagerie.
Lorelai. Lorelai stays in the shop.
I don't know that Lorelai would want to come. She seems pretty content in her shop.
She's not a static exhibit part of the exhibit of the menagerie either.
She's a scout for us. She finds other interesting things.
She eats all the non-promising talent.
Oh.
That's terrifying.
What, the basement?
I don't know that she is the basement.
No, but she feeds the non-promising talent to the basement.
That's terrifying.
That somebody wanted to go down into.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still don't like that shop.
So, like I said, this episode, it was very straightforward. Like, there was really no hidden...
Well, yes and no. There's still a lot that we don't know how to deal with as far as, like, the dragons, how to save them. Like, we had the idea of maybe contacting Orem and getting his people that deal with dragons and ride the dragons to come and see if they can rescue them.
Right, and as of yet, that's our best bet. We haven't come up with anything
Because
better.
I'm a little concerned. We release one, we release them all, and that won't go well for us.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how to deal with the abominations in the basement.
No.
Yeah. Still got a lot.
I'm afraid to just burn the place down and call it good.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it'd be the best option, really.
No, and I have a feeling that burning the place, quite a few of them would survive.
I have a feeling burning the place would release all the ones that would survive.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have all that.
Especially Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, release that.
No, I'm good.
And who knows if that suit of armor would be harmed by fire at all.
Well, I don't know. Zero was double damage to fire. Maybe he's also weak to fire.
Possibly.
Maybe that's what... Alright, guys, I solved it. Burn the place down so we can kill one. Everything else is going to be released.
Got a weird Slender Man style thing, if I remember one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We just got to hope that the dragons all decide to fight each other and they all kill each other at the same time.
Yeah, you're going to start like a chroma... Let's start the chroma conclave here.
I mean,
Harper already did.
Yeah, you're just going to give it a reason to form. He tried to burn us all down. Rise up, brothering.
I still don't see why that was a good idea of getting all 5 of them in the same place.
They were trophies.
Yeah. She's even crazier than we thought.
I mean,
And we already knew she was crazy.
Yeah, we knew she was crazy, but...
But we'll find out more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so any other questions, comments, concerns?
Not from me.
Random fuck yous, for all the shit that I've put out
I
there.
pretty much said most of the ones that I intended earlier.
Yeah, like making us kill dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we made up for that by rescuing the big dog.
I think that's half the reason why we were all just like, yep, we're saving you.
We just had to kill a bunch.
We just had to kill so many.
I think you're probably right on that, because that was like, he hurt us, all of us, not just in the game, but like just
As
outside
people.
as people. It's like, you made us kill dogs.
So I think he even said they yelped in pain.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Oh, I did.
Yes. And so we're all just like, I feel icky.
And then all of a sudden you found the big one, and you're like,
Yay.
we're gonna save we're gonna save Zindel because
Yeah, we're going to save Roman soon.
save him too.
Pops in this. Why'd you call my name?
We're gonna save you.
I don't need save. Yes, you do. You're like a dog. You have a tail.
9 of them.
Yes, you're 9 dogs. So we're doing good.
I did goodest.
But yeah, so all right. So with that said, and as much as we would love to continue talking and having fun and all that fun shit, with all that out the way, like I said, guys, we want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us and just listening to us ramble and have fun and just talk about our emotional damage with these last couple episodes. And
Yeah.
like I said, we are here at Railport Brewing in Waxahachie. Please come by, check them out, because like I said, their beer is amazing here. The people are amazing. Food trucks are out of this fucking world whenever
Yeah, it
they're
was
here.
supposed to be barbecue yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't get to come here and have some barbecue, but like I said, all around, these people are amazing out here. They are great people. Come hang out with them. They have live music on Saturdays. They're open Thursday through Sunday now. So come on out. Come hang out, have some food, and who knows, you might see us out here, because we do come out here from time to time.
And also on Thursdays, if you ride bicycles, there's Thursday night brew crew ride too.
There you go. But anyway, guys, we are now Aston Menagerie, and still Dicey Fate, because it's just, we are. But I want to say thank you guys again. Don't forget to go check out Crimson Moon Gaming on Twitch. Check me out on Facebook as well. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Dicey Fate as well. Don't forget to go check out Son of Fortune Gaming on Twitch and Facebook. We run our D&D games through our other Dicey Fate game, Tall Tales, through them. And like I said, guys, I think that's about it. I wish you guys have the greatest night or day or wherever you're listening to this. Y'all just have a good one, and we will see y'all next time. Have a good night. Later.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks. Later, y'all.